Hello, ladies and gentlemen. All 18 of you that are waiting eagerly for me to continue this. It is lovely to have you all here. Who's ready for some more Rogue Trader? Because I am. I have dressed appropriately for today. We are going to be getting ourselves a tech priest, or at least that's my goal. Last time, we picked up our delightful Navigator, which we actually never upgraded, so we should do that real quick before we begin. But I'm excited to play today. I'll be playing for a little while. We're not going to go super long today because I am going over to a friend's house later. And I'm very excited for this because we're going to be watching is it just episode 1?
I think they launched the first half of season 2.
Okay, so I think we'll be watching whatever is currently available of Arcane season 2. Because the friend whose house we're going to is a mega fan of Arcane. I really liked it. Like, season 1 was great. I actually don't remember a huge amount from season 1 because it's been so long since I watched it, and I forgot to actually go back and rewatch it because I've just been very busy.
I remember it being gay.
I remember it being very gay, and I'm very excited for it to be more gay. That's my hope. I'm hoping for just hot ladies everywhere, and hot men everywhere, and them giving each other smoldering looks. That's what I'm hoping for. And also some cool, like, fight scenes and magic scenes and like magic tech scenes. I want it to be cool. I want it to be beautiful and glorious, and I'm excited to watch it with friends. But for right now, we're gonna be playing some more Rogue Trader. Now, I haven't actually looked at the Navigator at all yet in regards to what she has. So she also has, of course, she's a noble, so she's got voice of command. She seems to have gone into persuasion.
Yes, she is very fellowship willpower based.
Okay.
Because her entire thing, role-playing wise, is that she influences people emotionally, and that's a fellowship thing.
Got it. Okay, well, let's continue to boost her willpower then, predominantly.
Yep.
This will go ahead and get us to a 60 with her, which will be great. It'll also put her on par with Adira, which I think is good. Both of them should be high. They do
very different things.
Yes, but they both should be high willpower.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, and then so for her... Ooh.
For this, I would recommend going to the last tab.
To the psychic stuff?
Yes. Okay. And then scroll down a bit for me.
Sure.
I think the course Untraveled is very good. No, it's not. That's not what I wanted. Sorry. Scroll down further, please. Let's look at what we have. Undam the Sea of Souls.
Well, under the effect of any Navigator power, enemies have their armor reduced by -11. This reduction is increased by the devastating parameter of the Navigator's staff, but does not stack. Okay.
Okay. How about this? Let's go to offensive powers, because we want to make her a gun.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, so we want these top ones, because those are psychic powers.
Okay.
Or stuff tied to the psychic.
Okay.
You see, like, open to the warp and such.
I see. Enemies affected by the Navigator's power suffer a stacking -10 penalty to the next resistance test from the Navigator's powers. Okay, that's not bad. Enemies moved by the Navigator's power suffer 4 damage at the end of the movement. Okay, so she has some...
Check on Blinking Stare.
Till the end of combat, enemies damaged by the Navigator suffer an additional +5 damage from all attack Ooh.
Yeah, that's not terrible either. What's Tenacity? Oh, okay, that's good too.
I don't quite understand this one.
Different staffs will start to give you bonuses on your psychers. The more bonuses the staff gets, the more bonus damage her psychic lid stare will get.
Ah, I see. Thank you. Yeah, no, I thought the red and black went well together as well. And also, since we're getting ourselves a tech priest today, I wanted to make sure that I had regal red robes of the Omnissiah. that's at least my excuse for just wanting to wear this actually hooded little like jacket thingy. It's very cute. See? But I'm for the Omnissiah! Okay. 000100110001.
Yeah, but for her, you want to make her good at moving around and lidless staring.
Okay. I think I'm going to go with Unblinking Stare then. I think that's a good way to start, at least for her. That's the one that gives me the...
Go back to the psychic tree real quick.
Of course.
Scroll all the way down for me.
All the way down.
Yeah. Because I thought there was one. It may just not be unlocked yet.
Is there one, like, called Unblinking, or, like...
That is the Unblinking Stare. Check Perilous Ways.
Perilous Ways.
Yeah, you'll get a power later, or I think what it is later you'll be able to get your Lidless Stare to push people.
Ah.
And then I think you combine with this.
Ah.
And then you start stacking damage over damage over damage.
I like
And yeah, that's my problem is I think I'm thinking of combos later on, which I don't know if are open to you yet.
That makes sense.
So I would really just look through it. You want to make her Lidless Stare good. It tends to be a big AoE blast.
It is a Red Riding Hood outfit. That's actually why. So that makes sense. That makes perfect sense to me as to why you might be getting that vibe. All right. So yeah, we'll do that, and then we actually have a second thing we can do for her. So let's go ahead and. I'm just looking through. I have a second wave of upgrades to do for her, and I'm just seeing what I want to do. These are all officer. Although increasing her resolve may not be a bad idea.
Yeah, so her class, besides being a navigator, is she's one of the people who designates area of the battlefield.
Okay.
Well, you choose that, but she can go that direction as well, where she makes certain parts of the battlefield gives buffs and debuffs.
Why is this one in purple with a check mark and a why is it that?
Because she already has it.
Oh, you already have. Oh, doy. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with Steel Resolve.
Okay.
Or should I just boost her psychic more?
Either can work, honestly.
I'm gonna, because Resolve...
Ooh, Blood Augury. Read that again.
Enemies damaged by the Navigator suffer 10% additional damage from any source of warp damage. Oh, that would be including the other Psyker, right?
And every time you do a Lidded Stare, it would hit, like, the room.
Alright, let's do that.
I would recommend that.
Yeah, that sounds good. Should I change this?
No, I think it's fine.
Okay. And then...
It's not the best buff, but...
Well, there's others I could choose. Every turn, second, fourth, etc., the Navigator gains additional action point. Every odd turn, third, first, third, etc.
I mean, that's just decent. That's just bonuses.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that.
Yeah, she just gets to be weird, basically.
Every enemy in the Navigator has their line of sight, and every enemy the Navigator has in their line of sight has its dodge, and holy shit.
Okay, she doesn't even have to hit them for that. That's just if she can see them.
Ooh.
Yeah, she just is a beacon she's a lighthouse in the back of the party that looks at things.
Yeah,
That's all
it
she does.
really does seem that way.
Like, don't get her in combat. She just stares at things.
Whenever an ally in combat gains an extra turn, the Navigator gains a stacking +5 bonus to willpower until the end of combat. Oh.
And with all the extra turns you and her could give out, because she gets the same
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
You see, there are combos here that build.
I am seeing these combos. Okay, so what should we... I could up her perception because she can be my most perceptive. I feel like that's appropriate considering she does have 3 eyeballs. Or should I just keep boosting willpower? Because right now, I'm already boosting willpower once, so it'll put it to 60.
Yeah.
Fellowship is at 40 for her, so it's not super worthwhile. I think perception. I'm going to do perception. Get her up to 60.
Yeah, because honestly, if you end up not having Adira in the party, you either want Cassia or Adira.
Yeah.
Because you always want at least someone psychic.
Yeah.
And the Inquisitor, not the Inquisitor, the Interrogator, if I recall, actually doesn't have great perception, funnily enough. So you do want one of them to be very high perception.
Yeah, that's weird. Why does Abelard only have a 30 perception? I mean, I guess my perception's not that great either. Okay, I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do willpower, We're gonna do this Mastery of Time, Bloody Augury. Alright, complete. Excelente. Okay, so I think we can now leave. Let's just... Oh, we absolutely want to loot Felix's body. Oh, he had nothing... Oh, those were just his bodyguards, my bad. Oh, let's go loot these over here. Yep. Anybody else? Oh, yes. Yes, he should have some stuff on him. Oh. Yes, he has many things on him. Okay, is there anybody else? Come over here, get these guys. Okay, I think we've now looted the crap out of this space. So let's go ahead and exit to the void ship. Dun, da, da, da. Meow. I just fed you. Oh, look at me and my throne. It spins. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis has been prepared for the communal ritual, but if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first... Oh, holy shit. Your heart starts beating furiously, your breath comes short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Vigadris is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of this sudden wave of uneasiness. Cassia, without even looking at the Voxmaster, Cassia waves her away. First, I wish to speak to the rogue trader. Leave us. Of course. When you are ready for the ritual, please let me know. Alright. I guess the Navigator wants to have words. Jack, stop. Cassia sweeps her pensive gaze over Vigadris, then, lowering her lashes slightly, turns to you. No, I'm not gonna be rude to her. I'm not gonna tell her I don't want to speak to her.
She likes to be treated like she's a Disney princess in the most wholesome ways possible.
I can't seduce her, but I will treat her kindly. What did you wish just to speak it out, my dear? Before I begin the ritual, I wish to look once again into the eyes of the woman whose fame is so great it's managed to penetrate the impregnable walls of Urak 5 long before we ever met. It truly is you, Angela, the person the whole expanse in Calixis sector has... Oh, wow. The person the whole expanse in Calixis sector is talking about, and now a rogue trader as well. What did I do beforehand? I was like...
You've taken over for a rogue trader dynasty. This is literally the most interesting thing these people have had to talk about in like 3 generations.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. After a few seconds of hesitation, Cassia lets out a small exhale and then raises her pointed chin. I have not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped, but you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position, and for that I am immeasurably grateful. I am also deeply grateful that you saved my servants, especially my valet. Bouvet served on the station for more than 5 years, much longer than any who preceded him. He knows how to properly attend me during journeys through the Immaterium and what to serve me for breakfast. His presence envelops me in a cloak of amber. I'm assuming that's probably good. But now, Cassia throws back her shoulders. I am ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have aboard, but no red. I could ask her why she refuses red. I kind of have a feeling I know why she might not want red. It probably reminds her of blood.
She sees auras. And red is not a good color.
Is red chaos?
Or violence and hate.
Oh, okay. I shall ensure that all the necessary supplies are delivered to the Sanctum Navis. She nods and thanks. I shall take my leave of you for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me. Few can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it opens. I shall not. Lord Captain, I will oversee the open channel between the Lady Navigator and the bridge. And may the Emperor's light help us all. May he guide us. Nice! A 32-mile mountain biking session? That sounds intense. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could even do like a mile of mountain biking. I'm not even sure I could do half a mile of mountain biking. The Voxcaster in the Sanctum Navis picks up the susurtations of clothes, pious chanting, and the metallic clicking of implants. Then, the serene voice of the Lady Navigator breaks the silence, initiating communion ritual. Come here, Uwe. The exalted ring of metal freed from its scabbard. The low sob of the servant. The rhythmic drip of liquid on canvas. Is she using the servant's blood?
Yep.
The faint whisper of the brush. Is that why she didn't need red?
Correct.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Uwe, I'm so sorry. I kind of feel bad, but
I told you when I used to GM Rogue Trader for you guys, I really simplified the warp transit.
Oh my god.
It's way more complicated than
I
make
wanna.
it seem.
You didn't tell me that if I was as a navigator, I could have painted with the blood of my like servants.
You kind of have whatever rituals you're.
Dude, that's so cool. I want to do that. I mean, not actually, but if I was a navigator, that's how I'd do it.
She wants to do that in Minecraft.
Yes, I want to do that in Minecraft. Alright, go! Footsteps hurry away. I see violet vortexes lashing an ocean with a million flails, and umber shadows spinning over the surfaces in a fiery dance. A storm rising above foaming waters. Armadas drowning in fog. The path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here, beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother. And the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit. Of her? No. Of me. Its frozen rays lie that spring in here. The light is deadened. The great ruler is gone. The Voxmaster recoils at Cassia's words and accidentally snaps one of the compter levers. The panel beneath her fingers emits sparks, and the Voxcaster falls silent. She quickly flips a series of switches and bows guiltily. Ryu, thank you for joining the Hobby Knight Legion. It's lovely to have you here. Thank you so much. You know what? Voxmaster, see to it that you receive 5 lashes for this show of clumsiness. What is happening to Cassia? Soul-shredding screams drown out the Vox transmission. The servants in the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain, their throats raw from the strain. And then, sudden silence. The dull thud of dropping bodies proclaims their fate. Oh. It appears the servants were part of the Lady Navigator's rite. As it was for her predecessor, I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual, or what is left of them. Cassia. Rogue Trader, I fear I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two, and my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around. My brush only draws me onward. The way is blocked. You hear a heavy exhale, rustling fabric, and metallic clicking. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something Other. Now I will retreat to my chamber to recover my strength. Send for me if you have need of me. Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a Navigator. Spare me a few moments of your time, please. There are several matters that require your attention. First of all, I want to report on the condition of the station, Uric 5. Had you opted to begin your visit with the Rycad system with a different destination, the station could have become critically unstable. Fortunately, the decision to immediately visit the representatives of the Navis Nobili bought us precious time. We can either send our forces to disassemble the station and procure technological components for our own vessel, or attempt to save as many valuables as we can. Ooh. I will not stoop to pillaging. Abandon the station. We are leaving. Oh, no. No, we're definitely going to use the station. I mean, we've taken all the people off of it. The station is abandoned at this point, as far as I'm concerned. And it is just... And if it's not, it's full of heretics who have forsaken my wonderful, beautiful, lovely, absolutely delightful Navigator who paints with blood. Gosh, there's a theme in Warhammer 40k of women painting with blood. I feel like it's probably... Question for you. These kinds of like looting opportunities and such, are there consequences?
Always.
Okay, excellent.
That's what games are.
Why? Oh, I will gain profit factor. Okay, so I see. That's what this is. So if I do this in my ship, like...
You will probably gain the components that are used to repair and upgrade your ship.
Okay.
Which are like scrap.
I see.
I would... Either is a fine choice. I think just going for... Honestly, literally, I don't actually have an opinion.
Okay, that's very helpful.
I wouldn't abandon it. How about that?
I'm not gonna... Well, I know I'm definitely not abandoning it.
Well, here's the thing. I could tell you that profit factor is more
either.
valuable, or ship scrap is more valuable, but it kind of depends how you want to play.
Yeah, no, I understand. I think I'm gonna go for the loot everything, from the jewelry to every last manuscript. Alright, I gained 2 profit factor. As you command, Lord Captain. With your permission, I would also like to remind you that we are still looking for an Engine Seer Prime. Both the vessel and its machine spirits are in desperate need of oversight by an experienced tech priest. We are also missing some crew, and much more importantly, we have not yet located Heinrich Van Kallax, the right hand of the Lord Inquisitor. Now we know for sure he is not on Uric 5, so keep this in mind when making any future plans. Why is always business with you, Vigadis? Couldn't you sometimes just visit me to tell me how wonderful everything is? Oh my goodness. I'm already told this person to lash themselves. Thank you, Vigadis. That will be all for now. As it pleases you, Lord Captain. Alright, see, this is the... Okay, I think this is where we're gonna go. Because I want to get myself a tech priest. Astropathic station. Unidentified void ship. What's this? Oh, the prison planetoid. Interesting. Okay. What is new blood? Is there a way for me to... Oh! Lord Captain, there is some commotion on the officer's deck. The Lady Navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the wardroom, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find out what's brought Cassia to the deck. I shall do so.
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
The Lady Navigator is engrossed in pursuing the dusty tomes,
Keep reading.
which appears to have been, I was like, how long are you going to spin it? Neglected by the other officers. Be it because of sloth or dullness of mind. When you walk closer, Cassia looks up at you, starts, and hides the weathered book behind her back.
She's a Belle Disney princess.
Oh my god. Points at the book in Cassia's hand. I see that you are fond of reading.
Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves.
Oh, it's a
And I
Cadian
must
novel.
say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing. Urek 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another.
Damn it! No, she's not. She's not.
Only in my sparse moments
romanceable
of
by a woman.
respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
The events that took place on Urek 5 must have shaken you greatly. Are you well?
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you.
Cassia's response is reserved and pointedly decorous, clearly intended to create a distance between you. No. I don't want distance between us. Your only attendant is your valet from Urek 5. Do my servants not measure up to your standards?
No. It is not that at all, Lord Captain. It is just that Uwe is quite capable of carrying out his duties by himself. He is well accustomed to my whims and preferences.
Oh my. Cassia cringes ever so slightly, adjusts the adornment on her forehead, then awkwardly hides her clawed fingers in the folds of her clothes. The unnatural appearance of the navigators often becomes the topic of gossip among lowly servants and officers alike. It is unsurprising that Cassia prefers the company of one who is used to how she looks. Okay, that makes sense. I hope that you have had ample time to calm yourself and your powers.
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior and your question just now insulting.
Oh, oops.
Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs,
I
showing
just
an
wanted to
interest in
see
the
how you
books
were
I am
doing
enjoying.
and welcome you into my crew,
You are
girl.
behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I.
I do have feelings for you.
I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
You have nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural, be they good or bad, and it's just as natural to share them with others. Quite right, so we ask that you mind. No. It is difficult for me to feel empathy for me. No! I feel empathy for mutants! You have nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural. Be they good or bad, it's just natural to share them with others, okay?
Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand.
Hello!
They were merely the keepers of
RDG,
Urek
welcome!
5. So
It's lovely to see
why
you
do
here.
memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness
The walking
Here.
nuke stereotype of Disney princesses. You know what? You're right. She probably is, and she's definitely built differently. You're damn right there. I don't know. Why do they?
At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities.
I also stole
And
all
just
of yours.
imagine the things that await beyond, but my delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
Okay, so I have 4 options here and the first one is, what I find childish is your manner of addressing me as if I were your friend. No! I am not going to say that to her. Okay, I understand what you're going through. My own life was turned upside down not too long ago. Okay, you know what? That is true. I did have my mentor just suddenly introduced to me and then immediately slain after like maybe
Well, it's the 21st century, man. The hero's journey's got to go quick. We don't got time for this entire first act build-up.
We don't. We gotta jump right in. It's very true. All right, I understand what you're going through.
Indeed. I did not know. That is to say, I could not have known, as it is the first time we are speaking in a circumstance so private. My word, when I found this place, it was so full of officers. Why did they all leave?
Please.
I did. Perhaps my people did not wish to disturb you.
Or because my presence offends them. Then I must take my leave as well. I am due to inspect the Sanctum Navis after the communion ritual and prepare the chamber for the upcoming warp jump. Thank you for your company.
I hope I didn't like fuck that up too much. Okay, good. Because I genuinely was not trying to like insult her or anything.
She's awkward AF.
Okay. All right. Because I don't want to offend my dear sweet Navigator. Can I loot my own ship?
Yeah.
Excellent. That seems silly.
It's a big ship.
I just imagine what's the guy's name? The heavy bloke with like the pompous hair and the like coif or whatever. Like he's just like, yes, Madam Rogue Trader. I've already accounted for this. Thank you. This is you just keep moving it around the ship, Madam. Lord Captain, why must you do this? Where am I going? Aha. To the bridge. It is the dialogue options are really brutal sometimes. Okay. There's so many cool people in here. Abelard.
Lord Captain.
Greets you with the customary courtesy, but makes sure you can to scan you from head to toe with his scrutinizing gaze. Why are you always so?
There are body
Lord Captain.
swappers in the Imperium.
Oh, okay. You know what? Fair enough. Can I talk to him? The vessel oh, greetings, Lord Captain. Your ladyship? Reporting everything is under control in my assigned area, Lord Captain. Excellent, sir. I approve of this knowledge. Give unto them the end. Oh, you speak so quickly, priest lord. Let's go to the map. Stop fussing around and go to the, okay. So I want to get.
You want to get some men to replenish your crew.
Yes.
For that, I believe you want to head to...
Do I want to go to the prison or do I want?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not gonna get the tech priest today then.
Well, you can do both.
Oh, that's true.
It's called doing more than one thing on the same day.
Oh my god, what craziness. So
I still
is there...
recommend you go to the prison planet first.
Okay, prison planet first.
I have told her this 4 times. She's ignored me every time.
I just wanted to reconfirm. Lord Captain, sorry to disturb you. It's pandemonium outside the bridge gates. One of the officers seems to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I hear Master Serene's voice. In any case, I wanted to warn you in advance. Alright. Alright, very well, I shall see this officer. I love the chair every time. The everyday sounds of the bridge are disrupted by voices raised in anger. Abelard's voice is loudest of all. This is not the conduct of an officer. These are the antics of a highborn brat out on a lark. Explain yourself, Lieutenant. The young woman standing before Abelard strides in with all her might, not to quail under the onslaught of her superior's anger. She falters, but then manages to look him in the eye and say, I apologize, sir, but I must speak to the Lord Captain. Very well, Lieutenant. You may address the Lord Captain, not least because I see you have already seen fit to disturb her. Your unauthorized appearance on the bridge and display of belligerence towards the high-ranking officers will be logged on your personal file without delay. So many people are going to get so many flails to their butts. Alright. Lord Captain, Lieutenant Averil, Vent, requesting permission to speak. She falls silent and then adds rashly, on a matter of extreme importance and urgency. Oh my goodness. I do really like directing everything to... I really like making Abelard do all of my stuff for me. You know, I could... Okay, this I feel like ends up scolding both of them. Do I want to scold Abelard? Because by saying that that having 2 officers bickering in full view of the bridge is unacceptable, that is me shaming both. This is me just shaming the lieutenant. I wonder if how I treat the crew actually, like, impacts, like, the iconoclast versus the dogmatic versus the...
It can.
I'm gonna say this because I feel like this is just setting standards as a rogue trader, but being relatively, like, polite about it, by going, hey, stop being... Don't behave this way in the future.
Don't be a little bitch.
Don't be a little bitch! I am sorry, Lord Captain. I thought the drastic times called for drastic measures. Or I thought that drastic times called for drastic measures. Bent exclaims hotly. This matter cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault unit will be dispatched to the lower decks on orders to crush the workers' strike by any means necessary. But I am convinced that this step is unwarranted and that the crisis itself was provoked by the actions of one of the senior officers. Vent is almost trembling with tension as she delivers her speech. Her face is extremely pale. Abelard, in no hurry to intervene, lets out a skeptical huff. He glances at Sourback, who is standing not far from him, but she maintains a stony expression. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate these actions. The actions of the Seneschal were... Is that Abelard? Do I have more than one Seneschal?
Oh.
And to intervene in what is happening in the lower decks, because very soon we will have a mutiny or a massacre on our hands. Vent reels off the last words as though she knows them by heart. She has clearly been preparing to say them for some time, and when she finishes, she casts an ancient glass at Abelard, then at you. There's an insurrection in the making aboard my ship, and no one has informed me. Interesting. I would not deem it a problem worthy of the rogue trader's attention. The lower decks, as it so happens, are in revolt. 30-some years ago, we even had a revolutionary leader rise up who dared to establish workers' rules across the entire ship. It took a month to restore order, but even 8 years later, we were still battling rumors that the hero had survived his execution and was on the verge of gathering people to fight against the tyranny once more. Abelard scoffs. Needless to say, the rumors were baseless, and as for the current situation, we have sufficient enforcers to deal with it. But on this ship, the word of the Lord Captain carries more weight than a salvo from 100 bolters. I'm sure that if the rogue trader addresses the malcontents directly, she will quell the unrest. I dread to think what problem you will disturb the rogue trader with next. Perhaps you will ask the Lord Captain to break up brawls in the mess room. I have already given you means to resolve this problem. You simply need to use them. If I may, your ladyship, sending a hit squad to crush the rebellion is a means of ignoring the problem, not solving it. Okay, and how did this all start? The situation could boil over at any minute, so I'll give you the condensed version. It all began when the enforcers found a cultist amulet on a body of someone who had been killed in a drunken brawl. We reported it up the chain immediately, arranged for a cleansing rite to be performed, and opened an investigation. No heretics have been found alive, but the search has brought tension between enforcers and workers to a head. Alright, and where does the seneschal come into all this? I shall explain. I beg you to hurry, time is running out. I will not hurry, since my competence is under scrutiny. I shall speak for as long as I see fit. There is an established order to the way things are done on this ship, and one of the pillars of that system is that the rogue trader's attention is not distracted by trivial matters. It is the seneschal's role to ensure that. I have always handled internal problems myself, so of course when I received information about cultists hiding on the lower decks, I took the matter in hand. So long as I live, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodora von Valencia will find refuge on her ship. You were far too heavy-handed, Seneschal Serene. Arrests, interrogations, mass punishments for entire sectors, it has driven people to the brink. Now there is a strike on the lower decks, in Depot 4, to be precise. 3 worker clans are involved, but many more are passively supporting them. The situation could degenerate into an all-out insurrection. But when I reported my concerns, the only response I received was order to dispatch an assault unit and crush the strike with maximum force. Interesting. Oh, okay. What is Depot 4? Depot 4 is one of the poor sectors in the lower decks. It is home to clans of general laborers. They are not as valuable to the ship as the families who serve its specialized systems for generations. They are an easily replaceable resource, one of which is now more besides giving succor to cultists and minions of the archenemy. Depot 4 is poor and troubled, but at worst, that means drunken fights and illegal rotgut brewing. Oh my god. Ew, that sounds gross. Rotgut?
It's moonshine.
I understand that. I get that. But it sounds like it's coming from something very Nurgle. We have handled the workers on Depot 4 in the past. We would have done so again if the crackdown on Depot 4 hadn't been so harsh. Another important point to bear in mind, the problem is not limited to this sector. It is located on one of the most populated lower decks, and everything is happening there has a knock-on effect on all the neighboring sectors. Okay. Abelard? Actually, you know what? Master at Arms, the ship's enforcers report to you, and yet you seem hesitant to provide your own perspective. Lord Captain, unlike Lieutenant Vent, I respect the chain of command and realize that it is not within my right to challenge my superiors. Sourback bows her head in Abelard's direction. However, a moment later, a serpentine smile appears on her lips. That being said, while I entirely share Master Abelard's opinion on what fate Depot Ford deserves, I must note that this insubordination is a direct consequence of the practices that he himself has introduced.
We will build that vocabulary or we will die trying.
It's his last name that I can't pronounce. Mr. Sourback, I see you have decided to follow the new lieutenant's example after all. Such behavior does you no credit. Abelard, do you wish to respond? Oh my gosh. Can I don't know which of these choices I'll lose by clicking on, like, one. I'm not going to do the last two, because I feel like that just potentially ends the conversation. I mean, I did ask Sourback to, like, talk, so I feel like questioning her. Abelard, do you wish to... You know what? Abelard was the last one to speak. I'm gonna see if he wants to respond. Some of these people have probably lived on this ship their entire lives.
Most of them.
Most of them have probably lived on the ship their entire life.
This is a floating city. Most of them have not lived on it.
And as chat has explained, yes, they are basically... It is, like, this ship is... If you Google those... There's an image that people make of, like, a bunch of different sci-fi ships comparing sizes. These are some big-ass ships, to the point where, yes, they are essentially floating cities in space. And so a lot of the people just permanently live on these ships, like, their families have always been on these ships, etc., etc. Of course, new, like, blood is brought on, but it's mostly either, like, extreme circumstances of, like, the Navigator died, we need a new Navigator, or... Mass casualties.
Such as what you're dealing with right now.
Right, exactly. Just like we've suffered right now. Alright. Mistress Sourback, can you recall an occasion where I would encourage an officer to disobey their superior, or one where I would overrule their order, or show favoritism to those who merited none? None, Seneschal. For there have been no such cases in the entire time that I have served aboard this ship. If anyone were to claim otherwise, I would have them pay for insulting your honor with blood. Your conduct in this regard has always been spotless. Nevertheless, given your eminent position, a simple show of attention on your part is enough to erode the property of junior officers, inflate the sense of self-importance, and undermine discipline. That you distinguish some of them and know them by name is tantamount to walking around the officer's deck handing out gifts to officers who have caught your eye. It fills those you set apart with ambition, and audacity makes them stand out amongst the rest. Enforcers are meant to be faceless servants, fighters ready to die, their fate entrusted to their commander and no one else. That is the sole foundation of order. Lieutenant Vent, would you say that the Seneschal has singled you out from your peers in any way? Lord Captain, I swear that Seneschal has never granted me any privileges, never once advocated for me, nor facilitated my promotions, although he is a man who convinced me to become an officer in the first place. He is the man who convinced me to become an officer in the first place. He has offered me extensive guidance in my service, for which I am grateful to him, and while not all of my followers receive such attention, I know of at least a dozen fine officers whom the Seneschal keeps in his sights to ensure that they continue to strive. To prepare new generations for the dynasty's servants, to instruct them and to separate those with potential from those who have exhausted it, that is my duty as Seneschal. This ship has bays worth of pilots, enforcers, officers, technicians, and stewards whom I have raised personally. by the throne. Every third person standing on this bridge right now was my student at one point.
Who here isn't Abelard's adopted child?
Who here doesn't love Daddy Abelard? All right. Well, Sourback.
He Admiral Garped like half the crew, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. The ship's regulations state that the Master at Arms is responsible for resolving all matters related to the ship's enforcers, and yet it is no secret that the Seneschal has a tendency to show partiality. Those enforcers and officers whom he has deemed particularly promising are at times given permission to approach him for tutelage. I cannot deny that Master Seneschal's experience and insight as a Seneschal has reported and fostered has a record of fostering students who have indeed achieved much and demonstrated impeccable performance. However, extending such patronage over the head of their immediate superior encourages disregard for the hierarchy among your ladyship's servants. Today, an enforcer goes to the Seneschal to report an order from the Master at Arms that they happen to disagree with. Tomorrow, they will go to the Lord Captain to object to the Seneschal's orders. I notice a pattern in these actions. I see. Evidently, my officers are anything but a shining example of the unity and adherence today. I have only myself to blame, I suppose. Abelard, what do you have to say to all this? I see no need to add anything. I acted within the remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interests of your protectorate and your personal safety. If you wish to confirm the rectitude of my actions for yourself, I have no objections. For my part, I urge the Lord Captain go down to the lower docks, stop the assault unit, and speak directly to the people. You will see that they are not lying or harboring heretics. That way you will stop the uprising before it begins. Interesting. Okay, I think I'm going to go with the I am certain of the Seneschal was acting within his authority, but I will verify the soundness of his decision for myself. Because I think that is saying that I will still go down to the lower decks and deal with this myself, but
Yep.
I believe my Seneschal.
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't want to, I don't want Abelard on my bad side. Well, dude, welcome from your strange wormhole. I hope the journey was pleasant and that you aren't feeling too ill. I imagine it might have been very twisty for you. I agree. Discipline must be maintained. All right. No! No, 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 no. Not Bad Wolf. No, 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 no. No, the Master's not coming. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Man, now I want to watch Doctor Who again.
Old Doctor Who. Well, not old Doctor, like middle Doctor Who.
Yeah, it was like middle Doctor Who. I want to watch Tenet again. Thank you.
I want to watch Nine.
And also Eccleston. Eccleston?
Eccleston.
Eccleston. Okay. Throne preserve you, Lord Captain. I thank you for your support. Enterprise bordering on the sophomoric? What the hell does that mean?
What is what mean?
Sophomoric.
Sophomoric?
Sophomoric. What does sophomoric mean? Like sophomore?
It means you're being, really dramatic.
An Enterprise boarding on the sophomoric, but please yourself, Lord Captain. However, I categorically insist that I escort you.
You're being kind of a drama queen, is what you're saying.
Seneschal, fuck off. I am trying to say that I believe you, but I'm gonna help the people, okay?
You're overreacting.
Abelard! Suck it! Lord Captain, I regret that the enforcers were unable to handle the situation, which then led to your and the Seneschal's involvement. I consider it my duty to go to the D-port for myself and see the expedient resolution of this incident. Okay, for fuck's sake, I am going, people. Oh, I get to choose people to go with me, too. Abelard and I must go, apparently. I don't have anybody else, so let's go. Let's go, team.
You didn't have everyone else?
No, I have everybody. I mean, I have no one to choose from. It's team as we are right now. We have no extras. Is that, it literally means high school drama? That shouldn't, well, I guess it would exist in this because high schools have existed. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. I was about to say that shouldn't be in the Imperium. I've actually gone down to the lower decks. Am I activating the...
No.
Okay. Hello.
There's a lot of stuff that happens on the show.
Oh. I had no idea.
This game is over 100 hours. If you're
I'm so excited!
If you're not live streaming the game, you do
No!
everything.
Oh my god, they're throwing acid at the Seneschal!
Oh yeah, you can get pissy about it if you want.
Abelard reflexively wipes the sweat from his brow in a startlingly human gesture and a telling one, a rare moment where he allows his age and weariness to show. How old are you?
He's quite old.
Through his armor-like veneer of self-assurance. The lower decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I dearly regret that we cannot replace all the locals with servitors. Oh my god. Did you hear that? They were shouting your name. The people dare to disrespect a senior officer? Let's keep moving. We need to get to the bottom of this. The people dare to disrespect a senior officer. They were shouting your name. Of course they were. The organization of the daily routine life of the ship rests upon my shoulders. The mountain of challenges and problems from which I endure is insulated, you, Lord Captain. Oh, the situation on the lower decks has been a cause for concern, and I have intervened personally on one or more than occasions. That must be why they remember me. They do not know your face. To them, you are akin to a creature of legend, one that has stood on the steps of the Golden Throne, no less. I wish I had stood on the steps of the Golden Throne.
But you are anointed by him. Because of the war.
I am anointed by him. You're right. Because I'm so cool. That's true. Servitors don't complain and they obey without question. The Bobbins, it's lovely to see you. Hope you're having a lovely day. Whereas I am the man whose name is attached to the very order docking rations or lowering the base heating. The people dare disrespect a senior officer. They would not have the chance to express such disrespect if we were not here, and if the situation had been dealt with by the relevant officers. Abelard grimaces. It is a junior officer's worst failing to pass problems up the chain of command. I have never been able to abide it. I shall say it again. It was a mistake to come here on the Lieutenant Bent's whim, Lord Captain. I must admit that the lieutenant is by no means the worst material for an officer. Oh my god. Abelard adds peevishly. But, in the name of terror, the girl is the same age as my eldest great-granddaughter, and she has the gall to tell me how to manage the lower decks and hunt down cultists. It will be another 20 years or at least before she can be trusted to act without oversight. Oh my god. This girl is going to have a tough life. Let's keep moving. We need to get to the bottom of this. Abelard,
embrace true
so glad
power.
everybody's healed up now. Let's check over here.
Yeah, every time you return to the ship, it heals you.
Okay, that's good. Something resembling a nest made out of thermal... Whoa, wait. Thermal what? Insulation material. This must be where the workers sleep between shifts. Oh. I mean, they do look like beds, yes. Lower deck rabble. Alright, let's take a look at our map. What is... Oh, I apparently have never been here before. Ever in my life, and know nothing about my lower decks.
Nope, you haven't.
My god.
I
mean, to be fair, that's true because I am
still
new.
do not see our purpose in coming here.
Abelard?
Relax, old man. Going for a stroll on the lower decks every once in a while is good for you. Lets you see how the simple folk live.
I can fuck with this... I can mess with this valve for some reason. Well, I can at least click on it. Interesting. Greetings, Your Grace. That's right. The sound of the heated discussion reverberates through the ship's bays. Lieutenant Averail Vent of the ship's enforcers is barring the path of her superior, Master-at-Arms Jocasta Sourback, who has arrived clad in armor. Judging by their expressions and tone, the standoff has dragged on for some time already and has now reached a boiling point. I mean, didn't I literally tell them both that I was coming down here? They were both in the fucking room with me. Why does no one listen to me? Am I not the rogue trader here? Lieutenant Vent, my patience is wearing thin. I have given you an order, now get out of my way. I cannot comply with that order, ma'am. This is my deck and my sector. As long as this area remains under the Lord Captain's special oversight, no action can be taken without my express permission. There are only 3 people who are authorized to make me stand down. The first officer, the rogue trader, and the Emperor himself. Well, damn. So, not all my lessons fall on deaf ears, Abelard mutters in a crabby approval. He does not clarify whether he means Vent, Sourback, looming over her, or both. Your ladyship! Noticing you, the 2 officers snap to attention and salute. Their subordinates follow suit a moment later. They didn't try to throw things at us. They threw things at us. They threw things at Abelard. Oh my god. Well, I could just apparently have everybody open fire and crush the seeds of insurrection. What is the situation? Your ladyship, my people have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders. We have the situation under control as far as resources allow. Under control, Lieutenant. I came here to lead an investigation unit, and what do I see? The rabble is on the verge of mutiny. There is nothing to investigate. This simply calls for immediate repression and firing squads. And you, Vent, are a step away from facing charges yourself. I did encounter some locals, and they did throw things at us. Vent pales slightly. The people are getting desperate, clearly. They saw the assault unit, and they decided that they had nothing left to lose. I mean, I apologize, Lord Captain. It is outrageous. I'm sure the people simply didn't recognize you. It wouldn't have occurred otherwise. We will deal with them once the current situation is resolved. I don't think this girl is doing, like, the wrong thing necessarily, and I don't think we should just, like, slaughter the lower decks. I would like to speak to the strikers, please. Abelard's mouth twists, but he restrains himself and says nothing. Abelard's like, oh my god, I just lost one rogue trader. Why is my new rogue trader trying to get herself murdered? I think that's what's going through his poor head. Seriously? Oh, that's wild. I've never read any of the Eisenhorn. Oh my god. Eisenhorn books, so I am not super familiar with Tobias Maxilia, but that is so funny. Hello, Juan. Welcome to the stream. Right you are, Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you good luck. Hope gleams in Lieutenant Vent's eyes. Oh my gosh. Well. Let's,
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Hello, everybody. Greetings, Your Grace. Wow, nobles from the upper decks down here to see us? A dozen pair of eyes stare apprehensively at you. The people before you are typical inhabitants of the lower decks. You take in their simple clothes, crude weapons, and faces that display varying levels of mutation, from the barely discernible to the strange to the outright grotesque. The enforcers have tormented us enough. We won't stand for it anymore. A whisper passes through the crowd, and you detect a mixture of fear, astonishment, and joy in their reactions. Finally, 3 people break away from the crowd, an elderly woman and 2 men. These must be the leaders. They bow clumsily before you. The Lord Captain, you have come down to us. Tell me what is troubling you. Why are you striking? Striking? That's news to us, Your Ladyship, says the tall, thin... Oh, I'm sorry. Striking? That is news to us, Your Ladyship, says the tall, thin man in worker's garb. All we are doing is asking questions, saying what we think. Oh, excuse me? Freedom of thought is not allowed on this ship. Shut up, Rivet, snaps the old woman. Shut up, Rivet, snaps the old woman, who turns a hostile dark eyes on you. Here's the deal, your ladyship. Your damned enforcers are all over us down here. They say they're looking for cultists. One wrong word and they're reaching for their batons. If they want to punish someone, they turn off the heating to the whole bay for a week at a time, so we get sick and freeze. In my clan, 2 little ones died from an inflammation in their lungs, all because of those enforcers. The old woman spits on the floor and then rubs the spittle with the toe of her worn-out shoe. Argenta does not interrupt the workers, but you see sadness well in her eyes when the children's deaths are mentioned. She quietly whispers a requiem prayer and makes a sign over herself.
Argenta has a soft spot for children.
I wonder, thank you. My narration is terrible and I misspeak constantly, but I appreciate your kind words, Juan. I really do. It's all true. Vent is the only enforcer officer who stood up for us. It's clear as day who had a mother from the lower decks and who grew up amidships and has no fellow feeling towards us. The grim man with a scarred face throws up his arms. Your ladyship, we are no villains here. We're honest workers, your servants. We've plotted no disorder, we went on strike openly, and now we've got guns pointed at us. All we're doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace without being harassed. The persecution stated... Yes, okay, I was making sure that I read persecution right. The persecution stated... Oh my god, why do you guys have to use weird, big words? Apropos? Apropos? What is an apropos?
Apropos?
Apropos? Is that
apropos of nothing.
Oh, apropos of nothing. Okay. Sorry, I've never seen that word written out before. I don't think. It's okay.
Don't yell at me for it.
Oh, I wasn't yelling at you. I was just more like, I mispronounced it. Okay. Apropos of nothing, you say. I was told that one of you was found in possession of a cultist amulet and that there were heretics hiding here. Okay. I do think this is fine to bring up because we were told that there was a cultist amulet. A cultist amulet? What's that?
The thing you put
the
on your neck.
gewgaw they found on the dead drunkard? The gewgaw. I've never heard that.
Low Gothic.
Oh, the gewgaw. I like it. If it was something evil or forbidden, we sure didn't know. The enforcers just said they were looking for heretics among us, and anyone obscuring their investigation would be punished. But how could there be heretics here? We know our people. There have been no new faces around. Definitely not, and if there were, we'd be the first to report them. And as for the amulet, or whatever it was, they took it off the dead body. There were no cultists still breathing in our sector, that's for sure. But when the fight broke out, some enterprising folks looted the bodies. The boots they came back with, nobody's ever treaded these decks in those boots so fine, I can tell you that. Seems to me the cultists have better commanders than us. Ooh. Oh, the plot thickens. Some do, though. Oh yeah? Those boots were really were fine. Oh yeah, those boots really were fine. And there was no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, it must have been pocketed by someone who didn't know any better. We don't need any amulets around here. We all worship the Emperor, and when we're working, we bow before the machine spirit of the large and small transformers and the servo motors, the same way my grandfather was taught 100 years ago by a tech priest who came calling. Believe us, your ladyship, we are people of faith. I mean, if they are bowing down before the large and small transformers and the servo motors as...
But what about the medium ones?
Oh my, yeah, what about the medium transformers, people? What about those medium transformers? Naive children, Weren't you taught from an early age about the dangers of the arch enemy's creations? Weren't you warned that any unfamiliar object could be one of them? We were told, Holy Sister, but it was long ago. The last time we saw a confessor in our sector, it was just after I'd had my third little one. That is regrettable, but you cannot lay the burden of leading a righteous life on the shoulders of the Holy Fathers. Who will you blame when the breast crawls out of those amulets you stole from the heretics? Who will you blame when the beast, not breast, beast, crawls out of those amulets you stole from the heretics? The Holy Father who was not there, or the scavenger who brought the evil down on himself and his neighbors? Abelard, do you have anything to add? You know what? I actually want them to... We were attacked on our way here. How do you explain that? Here's an explanation for you. The people have been pushed to their limit, and now they're lashing out. As if we don't know why these top deck units are being sent down here.
Top deckers!
Top deckers! Like that one there that the lieutenant won't let us let past. Our clans are all inside the bays that have been sealed off, but the lower decks are big. I'm sure there are some people who have just about had enough. We're getting it from all sides. The soldiers have encircled the ones who have risen up. The death squads have just arrived. It's no wonder folks are lashing out. Their words seem sincere to you. Their body language and their glance and the glances traded between them reveals that the news of the attack has shocked them. Okay. Alright. Abelard, do you have anything to add? I authorize the use of all necessary measures to locate the Chaos Worshippers hiding in this sector. The specific steps taken by the officers were not reported to me. Abelard frowns, clearly disgruntled at having to explain himself in the workers' presence. Nevertheless, I am certain that their actions were justified. The cultists are no drunken Steve Doers? Steve Doers. Dowers? Steve
Doers.
Steve Doers? Okay. Is that like a...
I've never heard that one.
Is this like a British term?
I don't know, man. You're just learning all kinds of...
I am learning so many different words today. Somebody look this up. Steve Doers. I want to know what that means, because... What is a drunken Steve Doer? I'm assuming it's like a...
It sounds like a sailor thing.
Yeah, it feels very sailor-ish, I agree. They are the enemies and a threat to the ship. Neutralizing them demands decisive action. Longshoremen. So somebody who is on ships for long periods of time? Or like dock workers. Oh. Okay, very cool. Thank you, John. Well, I guess I should say John Golden, because there's like probably multiple of you. Yes, I've got technically three Johns, I think, in chat right now. Alright, Sourback, what is it really necessary to torture these people with cold? The rabble understands only one language, Lord Captain. That's of violence. As per regulations, should the laborers persist in their unwillingness to cooperate, the next step is limiting air supply and cutting off water, which is almost certain to restore order. The peasants can grumble all they want, but in the end, they are the source of their own misery. All they have to do is bow their heads and fall in line, and the need for punitive measures will disappear. What changes do you want? Would you look at this? The exalted Lord Captain herself is asking us... I know this word. Hold on. Bilge? Rats? Bilge? B-I-L... Bilge?
Bilge rats.
Bilge rats. What we want. Well, here's what...
They're rats who live in, like, the lower parts of a ship.
I understand. Well, here's what we want to rein in your damned enforcers. We want you to rein in your damned enforcers, to quit turning off the heat, and to stop battering everything that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here, and we want to be armed. Give us arms and we'll govern ourselves. We'll defend ourselves if these cultists do show their faces. I've been leader of my clan for 20 years now. Getting rid of these club-wielding thugs can only improve things around here. You've gone too far, old man. They'll never let the maggots on the lower decks live without the enforcers breathing down their necks. They probably even insist on enforcers on the upper decks too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? Before the first day's out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbors out of stupidity and drunkenness. We don't need that. If the enforcers stop hassling us, that'll be enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers who robbed the cultist body and we'll talk to them, one lower decker to another. If there are any more of those damned amulets about, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves. Okay. Oh, it's a very specific portion of the hull. Okay, interesting. Curve of the hull that meets the sides of the ship. I guess that would be like the most lower. Yeah, that would. I guess that would be like the lowest low portion of like. Interesting. Okay. It probably is the equivalent in the ship because I mean a spaceship is still just a ship, right? Like it still
more
has
of a submarine, but yes.
I mean, I guess you're right. I guess it's more of a submarine because you don't really have the open top. Imagine if you could have like the open top, kind of like in Treasure Planet, you know, where like they have like the.
That's why I like airships.
Yeah, I know airships are super cool. That's what I want, like space airships though. Like you know, like in Treasure Planet.
Space Jammers.
Yeah,
Starjammers.
yeah, like in Space Jammers, or it is called Space
I
Jammers.
thought it was Starjammers.
Is it Starjammer? What
think
is
it's Starjammers
what is the
in
D&D? What is the D&D sci-fi like? I thought it was Space Jammers. I thought.
No, the Space Jam is like.
Welcome to the jam.
Yeah, I'm like that's a Michael Jordan like Nickelodeon movie or something.
There is so much text in this game. Spelljammer. That's what it is. It's Spelljammers.
I was close.
We were close. We both were close. Okay, so yeah, Spelljammers. So yeah, like it's. I want Spelljammer ships where I can have like a actual ship in space but have breathable air. That would be cool. All right. You speak for yourself and your clan, and I'll speak for me and mine. I don't want empty gestures. I want real change. They'll promise us the world now, but as soon as the Anointed One turns her back, these brutes will be on us even harder than before. Oh, I've never been called the Anointed One before. All because we dare to speak out. The tall worker's eyes dart between the two arguing leaders. Every few seconds, he opens his mouth as if planning to agree, but each time he falls silent, simply making a few vague noises of approval. Oh. Spreading anarchy on this ship is the first step towards embracing chaos. Putting weapons into untrained hands would be even worse. What's more, the enforcers are needed to maintain oversight and order. Withdraw these demands and we will consider the rest. So I'm telling them to withdraw. I'm telling them to withdraw the demands for. Hold on, where is my. Can I see. Oh my god, I could just murder everyone. I don't think I should let them govern themselves. I just feel like that's going to end in disaster for me. Like, as a rogue trader, I will be dealing with that in the future, and I feel like that will be bad. Thoughts, Abelard? The story about going scavenging for boots and accidentally picking up a heretical amulet does not convince me. These people were moments away from rebelling and possibly becoming minions of the archenemy. We must not give them what they want. Even if they did acquire something innocently, purely out of their own stupidity, that does not mean they are not tainted with corruption. Okay, what begins as petty thievery can turn into a far graver problem. I have seen it before. Abelard's face darkens momentarily. Ooh. In my second war... Oh, he's going to tell me. In my second war, there was a sergeant of the Imperial Guard Regiment that was stationed nearby. The sergeant took an ordinary pocket knife from the body of a heretic and his whole unit lost their lives for it. Whoa. When they finally managed to break into the barracks, they found not a single survivor, only the pocket knife, which had grown through all of the rows, of beds like a metal choking vine. What? So when it comes to scavengers, malcontents, strikers, or whatever they'll turn into next, my verdict is simple. Give them no quarter. Holy shit. Okay, well, I mean, like, dude, that's fucking... I love this game so much. Ah! Give a rabble a grox and they will take an agri world, Lord Captain. They only understand brute force and will... oh my god, okay. I understand... These people want me to... People just want violence in this game. Spaceships are always depicted like sea ships, but there's no up or down in space. That's true. You're right, there is no up and down in space. I think that's why they're technically like more like submarines, right? Because like, do you have, like, actually, I've never known this, and I feel like I've never seen it depicted because I've not watched any like sub movies. In submarines, like if you're driving a submarine, do you go upside down?
No.
Okay, so you always are
No,
like...
because gravity still exists.
Of course. That makes sense to me. Why? That makes sense as to why I've never seen one, like, do a barrel roll. I was like,
You've watched Battlestar Galactica, right?
Yeah.
You know how they can't really look outside the ship like they can in Star Trek?
Yeah.
They just have their sensors
Yeah.
and they're launching torpedoes at each other.
Yeah.
That is, you know, a mixture of submarine drama with, you know, World War II carrier drama.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, you can send fighters out that can see.
That makes sense.
But you're basically in a submarine that can launch drones.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, you know, for example, famously in Wrath of Khan,
Yeah.
Khan and Kirk are never in the same room.
Oh, yeah,
Because they address each other via view screens. Because
Every
it's
time,
all
you're right.
It's all a ship naval battle.
That's true, you're right. I forgot about that, because I have watched that movie, like, once, I think, with you.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time, though, but yeah, you're right. They are never, like, in the same room together. I keep wanting to go for a drink that's not here. Alright, I'm gonna try doing this. Spreading anarchy on the ship is the first step towards embracing chaos. Putting weapons into untrained hands would be even worse. What's more, the enforcers are needed to maintain oversight and order. Withdraw those demands and we'll consider the rest. Yes, I succeeded. Alright. Old Nan, listen. The Lord Captain herself has come down to us and is offering concessions. And I don't know a single person in the whole Depot 4 who's ever stood next to the rogue trader, let alone talk to them. Back down. Now's no time for you to be a stubborn old crone. Oh my god, yes. Listen to us, Old Nan. The 3 clans of Depot 4 ought to act as one. We've made up our minds. It's your turn to decide. Don't ask them to disband the enforcers or give us weapons. We don't need any of that. The old woman hisses in dissatisfaction. You two are ganging up on me, is that it? So brave you are against an old woman. But I'll shut up. I will, indeed. I won't go against 2 clan leaders on my own. If you want to make peace with the enforcers, make your peace. That's great! Just fantastic, Lord Captain. We're all agreed. It is decided. The prosecution will stop, and I will expect you to assist in locating any remaining amulets or weapons left by the cultists. Thank you, ladyship, thank you. You have not abandoned us. Lower deckers, you came yourself and settled everything. I'll tell my grandchildren of this. And then, on that day, the lady Lord Captain came down from her high place for their spinny chair, and she spoke to us, and she said, nothing's really changing. I think maybe I'm letting you guys govern yourselves? So have I agreed to let them govern themselves, but I'm keeping enforcers in place and I'm not giving them weapons? I think that's what I've agreed to. Of course, your ladyship. We'll root out any nasty business faster than the enforcers, and will leave no stone unturned. Good. This is a complete bedlam. You are satisfied, Lord? This is complete bedlam. Oh my god. Albelard. Hold on, what did you say to me? This is complete bedlam. Are you satisfied, Lord Captain? Then may I suggest we leave this circus and discuss everything en route. Hail the Lord Captain! They showed us mercy on us. I cannot believe it. It's not clear if anything will change for us, but at least we've been shown mercy. You know, well, this is the smartest lower decker here. All right, can I loot anything?
Let's seize the opportunity.
We should deal with this.
This page is where the start of each shift is marked. The last mark is missing. The workers went on strike. Oh. That makes sense.
Ruinous favor prevails.
The gauge shows the steam pressure in the pipe is close to maximum. However, it... Hold on. Did I think I fixed it? Greetings, Your Grace.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Okay, what can I do with this valve? Nothing happens, perhaps turning a different valve will work. Okay. Is there another valve for me to turn? Because I turned that one. Can I turn any of these valves? I asked if there were more valves, and there's like a dozen valves. None of which I can turn, though. It is an honor! You're damn right it is. Look at my majestic... Why am I in the back of... Okay, Abelard's leading us, but it's fine. Oh, I can turn this one. Right? Huge pipes and arteries of the ship run through the bay, delivering air, water, heat, and propulsive force of steam. Okay, so I turned that one. I don't know why I can turn these. Where was that other valve? Can I turn it now? Okay. I've turned that one. Oh, can I turn this one? Nothing happens. Okay.
Embrace true power.
What's on this door? Oh, wow. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Oh my god, more valves for me to turn. I don't know, like... I'm so confused. Turn the valve. I am gonna take these goods. How did you guys get... How did you get a servo skull? They're mine. Inside the box, a string of scratched letters runs along the edge. Different first names, but the same surname. It looks like this box has been passed down. Oh, that's so... Oh my god, that's so cute. Hello, lower decker. I was born in this sector. It looks like I'll die here too. Oh, see, there you go. They were born in this sector and they'll die in this sector too. Can I mess with this valve? Nothing happens. Alright. And I cannot appear to go through that door. Very well. I think there are just miscellaneous valves that I can interact with randomly. Oh. Am I about to die? What's happening? Stopping unexpectedly, Abelard imperiously dismisses the unit that stands at a distance and addresses your other companions, saying, I have an urgent matter to discuss with the Lord Captain. Please give us a moment. Oh. Abelard looks at you, and his last vestiges of restraint vanish. Well, are you pleased with your investigation, Lord Captain? Oh shit, am I about to be told off by my seneschal?
He has feelings.
You're no-towed to the what is...
Kowtowed?
No, it's... Oh, is it kowtowed? Is it kowtowed spelled with a K? Ah, you kowtowed to a disloyal rabble. You believed their lies and showed them leniency. Next time the ship is attacked by cultists, the rabble will welcome them with open arms and allow them to wreak whatever havoc they like. because they see you as a weak leader. Have I permanently ruined Abelard's opinion of me?
No, it's just how he is.
Valves for the Valve God. Is that how you see your future at the helm of the Von Valencia Protectorate? Do not speak to your Lord Captain in that tone. Why are you so angry? I solved the problem. There is some truth to your criticism. Let's talk about your role in all this instead. You allowed this revolt to happen. Your actions particularly guaranteed it would. Abelard, if you are going to criticize me and my actions and how I handle my ship, then I shall criticize you. I would have handled the situation myself had you not decided to intervene, Abelard says. Irascibly. Irascibly?
Irascibly.
Is that with like a hiss? Remember, Lord Captain Theodora. Remember, Lord Captain Theodora. How could I forget? You can't stop talking about her. You were so goddamn in love. Do you think she ever set one slippered foot on... Do you think I'm wearing slippers down here? Yes. Bro, I put boots. I put steel-toed fucking boots on to come down here. Okay, what the fuck are you talking about? No, she did not. Such matters were left to myself and the junior officers while she dedicated herself to grand designs for the Protectorate, as any true strategist and rogue trader ought. Maybe if Theodora had spent more time on trifling matters, she wouldn't have wound up dead. There is a new captain aboard this ship now, and I will not repeat her mistake. Holy shit, I could put him in his place! Abelard, since I can't seduce you, I might have to put you in your place. I would be only too willing to trust my seneschal and not fill my head with such matters, but the situation has spiraled out of your control, Abelard. Give me a reason why I should continue listening to your advice and trusting your judgment. Right now, I don't see any. Oh my god, I can just be a shit to him. In all of the regards, I'm going to put him in his place. Das Boot was one of the best world films ever made. Is it a let me check and see, because I think I saw you guys talking about it a little bit.
It's a U-boat film.
It's a U-boat film. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I was wondering, oh! There's also a game, I think, like, that's called... That might be based off of... Well, I don't know if it's based off that film, but it's definitely, like, called U-boat, I believe.
There were a lot of films around in post-World War II that were about submarine hunts. It was a popular drama.
Is that what, is Hunt for Red October one, or is that...
It's a few decades later, but yeah.
Oh, it is, but it is a submarine.
Yeah.
Okay.
In that one, Sean Connery is a rogue communist captain or admiral, I can't remember.
Okay.
Who's taken a nuclear sub and is basically just going to start World War III by himself.
Oh.
With the nukes on the sub.
I see.
I think it's a Michael Crichton novel, correct me if I'm wrong. Or is it a, the Rainbow Six author.
Oh,
Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy?
Might be Tom Clancy, I can't remember now.
For
Crichton's the lawyer novel, so I don't think that's right.
Okay. He is being a dick to me, and I'm gonna be a dick back to him. Maybe if Theodora had spent more time on trifling matters, she wouldn't have wound up dead.
Whoa!
Oh, I don't want him to hate me. That actually might make him hate me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You're going into territory I never went. I'm respectful to my crew.
I was working with them. Okay, I can't. I gotta remember this is the 41st millennium, and I can't play this as a good guy who's for the people.
You do you, girl.
Nothing I can say will ever make Abelard hate me. Okay. I'm so worried. I don't want him to hate me. I really like him. He's one of my favorites. He's so grump. Maybe if Theodora had spent more time on trifling matters, she wouldn't have wound up dead. There's a new Lord Captain aboard the ship now, and I will not repeat her mistake. Abelard looks at you, stunned, and exhales loudly. Then he nods curtly. I commend your decisiveness, but I am uncomfortable with introducing new protocols in the midst of a crisis. And Abelard stands straight at attention. I lost my temper, Lord Captain, and I believe I ought to explain myself. You're damn right, you better. Dude, I would not want to go into one. Like, I am not normally a super claustrophobic person, but I think in a circumstance where I know that there literally is limited space and air, I do think I would get legitimately claustrophobic and probably start hyperventilating. I don't think I could actually... Oh, you're right. You're right. See, I was worried because it also insults, like, the love of his life, I think, or, like, the new love of his life. I don't know. He has real deep respect for Theodora, so I was worried that it was, like, gonna piss him off the most. But I did feel like, I'm like, no, I'm not her. Stop comparing me to her. I am not Theodora. I might have the Von Valencia name, but my name is Angela. Alright. I lost my temper, and I ought to explain myself. You're damn right. Abelard speaks slowly, the words not coming out easily for him. The prosperity of the Von Valencia Protectorate is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. It was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw in the Lord Captain Theodora's deed the signs of true greatness. Or deeds, the signs of true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds. They create order out of anarchy. They create impulse. The creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. So I left behind everything I had known, everything my family had known. I come from a long line of officers, and I embarked upon this incredibly reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodora entrusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. She would go off on her flagship for long periods to distant frontiers, on scouting voyages, and the advancement of the entire Protectorate rested on my shoulders. And then suddenly, everything that had been built over the years and years began to quake, rattling like flimsy hangers on a seismic active world. One of the senior officers betrayed us all. The rogue trader was killed. And who knows what is happening on the planets. I tell you this honestly, without fear of appearing weak. All this has come as a grievous blow to me. I am not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I am duty-bound to aid the new rogue trader, to aid you, to find your footing as quickly as possible. And to do that, I must insulate you from problems that, in the past, have been dealt with by tired and tested procedures set out in the ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago and have functioned smoothly for decades cannot suddenly be deemed excess to requirements. Theodora trusted in established procedures, and she died. I won't make the same mistakes. If you want to make building the future of the Von Valencia Protectorate with me, stop living in the past. Oh my god. Shake him out of it! I understand, but you need to learn how to respect me as your Lord Captain and Rogue Trader. Accept it and start living in the new world. A world where Theodora is gone and where you and I have new decisions to make. Oh my god, I love all these. The prosperity of the Von Valencia Protectorate is just as important to me. You are the only person who has the comprehensive knowledge of how things are run on the ship. I think the future I will follow your recommendations. Oh. Oh. I value what Theodora created, and I trust that this situation is an aberration in the ship's otherwise smooth operations. Since the established procedures were working, I see no reason of changing them. I have seen plenty of ships, a sentiment and hand-wringing in the recent days, and very little competence. I have no plans of relying on your judgment. Ooh, no, definitely not saying that. Why can't I Okay, it is just as important. Take him for a drink and karaoke and that'll sort him out. You know what? Oh my god, Tim, or the Bobbins. The Bobbins, that's great. That's a great idea. Yeah, no, I definitely... Three's the answer. I do feel like it is what I should do, because I feel like it like, calms him the fuck down. And it also shows that I respect his position and what he's here to do. You know what? Fine. The prosperity of the Von Valencia Protectorate is just as important to me. You are the only person who has the comprehensive knowledge on how things run on the ship, and I think in the future I will follow your recommendations. Okay, good, because I also did like this. I kind of want to be like, dude, come with me into the future, bro. I understand, but you need to learn how to... Okay, I'm going with number 2. I understand, but you need to learn how to respect me as your Lord Captain and Rogue Trader. I accept it and start living in the new world. A world where Theodore is gone and wherein you and I have new decisions to make. Abelard solemnly inclines his head. Yes, Lord Captain. After a moment silent, he adds, looking at you with interest. Your resolve is admirable and demonstrates strong leadership. I will remember this moment, should my old habits ever begin to creep back in. Oh my god. I think that ended okay. And now please let us leave the lower decks. If the Rogue Trader desires to stretch her legs, there are 4 more suitable places. Please, my lady, let's get us out of this stinky, stinky area with all of these people. Wow, the nobles. Your ladyship, we are ready for the Lord Captain's orders. Okay, good. Abelard, I'm really sorry. Please don't hate me.
Lord Captain.
He constantly scans me. Okay.
Lord Captain.
He has nothing more to say to me about after our little disagreement. Alright, end dialogue. Can I go sit in my throne randomly and just spin in my chair? Damn it, I cannot. Cassia! Yo, girl?
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
Please tell me about yourself.
I am a part of House Orselio, an ancient dynasty of the Navis nobility. Since time immemorial, our family has served to advance knowledge, pushing at the boundaries of the dark unknown. The Starway Atlas contains 2,843 routes that chart the sectors of the Segmentum Obscurus and reach all the way from the Coronis Expanse to Holy Terra. And uniting the Imperium's thousands of worlds. House Orselio is bound by commercial pacts to houses Galeatis, Ortina, Drotus, and... There is a dark blue knot tightening on your neck, Lord Captain. I can see my reply is not satisfying your thirst for knowledge. What is it you desire to hear exactly?
I do enjoy talking to her because I love seeing how the empathy, I guess, like the her being able to read everybody manifests. And in this case, I'm just like, what's a little tight blue, little knot forming around my neck. Allow me to ask you a few personal questions. Sorry, Cassia, I would like to know more about you personally, not your family.
You wish to know about me? I suppose I can help you with that. What would you like to know?
Oh my god. So you've never lived anywhere other than Iraq 5?
Hardly. According to the chronicles of the house, I was born on one of the Orselio worlds. Oh, what was it? Please forgive me, Lord Captain. My childhood memories are too vague. Sometimes I dream about the colorful birds that built their nests in the garden, or the servants dressed in purple livery, or the blue fog that rolled over the lowlands behind the palace. But everything is covered in a rosy haze. Perhaps it is my imagination, not my memory, that is painting these pictures.
Alright, well tell me about your life on the station.
My stay on the station was wholly dedicated to preparing me for my future duty. Astromancy, astrography, numerology, the histories of my house and the Imperium, as well as other disciplines. For many years, dozens of instructors tirelessly prepared me for my destiny. And once a year, Great Regent Alronto would come to the station. He would entrust his beautiful vessel to my command, so that I could master the practical aspects of our art as well.
Oh, that sounds cool. I was always wondering, actually, how they trained the Navis Nobilite in regards to, like, actually transferring through the warp. I guess they would have to practice piloting in the same way that anybody would have to. Don't do drugs? Oh. She probably already does. Like, let's be honest, she's a mutant. There's definitely no way she's not doing something. Do you have any friends? Someone you could turn to of simple conversation?
The Regent gave me a bird from a sunlit planet once. I tried to befriend it and make it sing, but for some reason, it refused and died soon after. The instructors were too respectful of my duty to my house to waste precious time on idle chatter. Aside from them, there were only servants on the station, and you know they have their vocal cords removed, so they cannot break their vow of silence.
As they should.
And since the subject has been breached, Lord Captain, why do you not follow this honored tradition? Your decks are so garish. Apologies, I meant noisy. The rabble don't just chatter. Sometimes they shout and even sing. Why do you allow such a lack of restraint? Rogue traders are highborn, are they not?
Oh my god. Do you guys see what the first option is? You have a point. It is about time we made the decks quieter. I will have the lower ranks stripped of their vocal cords. Just everybody can no longer talk. No, I feel like that will be bad for like what I just did in the lower decks to begin with. A ruler cannot maim people just because it is in her power to do so. On the contrary, it is the duty of every ruler to look after her subjects. You may find it difficult to believe, but the practices of depriving servants their voices is not particularly widespread outside of House Orsilio. I like the noise people make here. It fills the ship with life. Oh. I don't know if this is actually true. In your opinion, in the 41st millennium, do you think the following statement is actually true? You may find it difficult to believe, but the practices of depriving servants their voices is not particularly widespread outside of House Orsilio. I don't know if I believe that.
Removing tongues is more common because it's much more expensive to remove the vocal cords.
Well, when we were definitely in her station or whatever, the people just had tongues removed. It was so like I don't think she's like straight removing.
Well, maybe it depends what part of the galaxy you're in.
I kind of agree. I mean, I'm gonna go with this because I do also like. I don't want to insult her house specifically because I feel like this would, and I feel like she may look unfavorably upon this. I don't want to just be like, I don't want to maim my people.
But no, don't do that to your people, Jesus.
No, I'm not gonna have them have their vocal cords removed. I like the noises people make here. It fills the ship with life.
With life? Ugh, if only you could take my place and watch this kaleidoscope. Every voice is a flash of color. Every conversation a shimmering glow. Every argument is an unstoppable swirl of gaudy splotches.
Oh, okay. I have noticed that. I've noticed that your love of painting is reflected in your speech as well. You associate so many images with hues and colors.
The Emperor graced me with a gift. I can see inner life in addition to the mundane. You cannot know that a fruit has rotten from the inside until a blade slices it in two. I can see the rot from far away. It roils like swamp mud, oozing through the bright peel. Anger and boredom, sadness and joy. Everything that people shut away inside themselves is revealed to me like colors on the canvas of my world.
I could ask her what it feels like to guide the vessel through the warp. Oh my gosh. Your third eye, do you always conceal it?
The Navigator's open eye is baneful to whoever the warp's ruinous shine falls upon, and therefore it is the symbol of our power. We are the guiding stars of humanity, found worthy of an uncommon gift, and one of the duties that we bear is to guard our eye, even from wayward glances that may bear evil. Besides, I am aware that lesser servants of the Imperium may find our appearance repulsive. The Navigator gene twists the features the rabble are used to seeing, and the magnificence of our role cannot be grasped by their feeble minds.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's a very noble answer. And I don't mean noble as in, like, noble
Blood?
Well, no, in, like, I mean noble as in, like, I am a noble, the title, not the, like, emotion or the,
Haunts.
Haunts, yes. I could just straight tell her she's beautiful. God, I really like this answer, though. Who cares about the opinions of the short-sighted rabbles? They serve us and die for us and keep their thoughts to themselves.
I am not ashamed of my appearance, nor do I require anyone's approval.
Alright, hold on.
The Navigator's open eye is baneful to whoever the
well, let me
warp's
say it again,
ruinous
alright.
shine falls upon, and therefore it is the symbol of our power. We are the guiding... It may be difficult to describe. You see, every navigator perceives the warp differently. My mentor, Great Regent Elronto, always described his travels through the Immaterium as a journey through a vast wood with countless paths. And I, assisting him in the first voyages, futilely tried to follow his example. But the wood would not reveal itself to me. But everything changed when I found my own key to this mystery. You see, I've always brightened up my rare moments of leisure time by painting. You may recall there was a workshop in my chambers. As soon as I imagined the warp as a blank canvas, an indescribable feeling came over me. I moved the brush, going deeper and deeper into my own painting. Visions were hidden within the vibrant colors of my palette, and something inside me knew which should be brought out and which should be left behind. I woke up several days later, after the voyage was safely complete. You will hear no objection from me, Lord Captain.
Oh, I can ask her what her special sight reveals.
Sister Argenta shines like a guiding star, inspiring resolve in those around her, seemingly inexplicably. However, I see a dark and ugly fog billow behind her, contrasting sharply with her shining light. It burdens the Sister of Battle. It drags her down. Yet Argenta herself is hardly aware of it. Seneschal Viserion is among the few whose colors are a pleasure to look at. Whenever the Seneschal speaks, heavenly crystal clarity spreads around him. And whenever he is angered, dark blue clouds condense over him. And in his rare moments of joy, a pure gleam of sunset pink caresses the souls of those near him. Out of your entire retinue, Lord Captain, he is the only one I would trust with my life.
Oh, okay.
Idira's emotions are like a maelstrom, bright, unbridled, enveloping her form like a wondrous kaleidoscope of colors. And as dangerous as a twisting warp storm. The riot of colors hides the truth from my eyes. What exactly is driving this woman? Is it her own will, or is it the Immaterium, Lord Captain?
Oh. Well, tell me about your house.
As the only voice of our family on this vessel, it is an honor. As long as your questions are courteous, I will answer every one of them.
Is the Orsilio prophecy system named after your ancestor?
You are shrewd indeed. My ancestor charted that route while fleeing the enemies of humanity. They say the Emperor himself was his guide, because the warp expelled their vessel without a single loss. Unfortunately, the lips of those who relate this tale seep with disgusting green
I
hubris.
think she's on the warp.
I think Colleen Orselio was simply a skilled navigator. Oh, yes. The navigators of the house came to the Coronis Expanse fairly recently, a mere 208 years ago. Before
only
that,
208
our
years ago.
ancestors
Okay,
expanded
awesome.
the borders of humankind's dominion for the glory of the Emperor, blazing trails to different corners of the galaxy.
Excellent. And who rules the house?
Just as a rogue trader stands at the head of a protectorate, a Novator heads a navigator house.
Novator.
It is the Novator who decides where to look for alliances and which path their bloodline is destined to tread. As for our house, the transfer of power to a successor is currently underway. In the meantime, Great Regent Auronto Orselio is ensuring the stability of the house.
You lived in seclusion on a closed station until Felix committed his sabotage, so then you must be the Navigator's successor? The Novator's successor?
So says Regent Auronto. Nothing is decided yet. Some people in the house become enshrouded in rolling grey clouds at the thought of me becoming the Novator. But even more are bound with dull leaden chains. They think I am not ready for such a burden.
Girl, we'll get you ready.
By all means.
This is where I must leave.
I have enjoyed your company.
I am very glad. I leveled up, apparently. Oh my god, we all leveled up. Well, holy shit, let's level up. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, Air of Authority. The officer increases the allies' resolve by +4 until the end of combat. If the target is under the effective voice of command, they will start their next turn with +1 action points. 4-cell radius. I need to be closer to my people. The officer encourages an ally who immediately recovers from burning, bleeding, toxins, or stunned effects. The target is under the effective voice of command. They also gain... Ooh. You know, I feel like this might be coming into play a bit more. You know, the fact burning, bleeding, toxins, and stun.
It happens quite a bit.
So I'm going to take that. And then... While under 40% wounds, Imperial World characters gain +7. Okay. You are next. That's funny. Alright, let's see. No heresy. Imperial World characters get critical chance against Xeno or demonic creatures. Ooh, chain weapon expert. Chain weapons gain... Interesting. Well, they're making me make choices and I don't like it. This may not... Ooh, what's this? Dueling Mastery grants +5 bonus to parry. I could be better at parrying. Enemies gain no melee superiority bonuses against this character? Oh, okay. It will not die. Increases the wounds by half the character's level. I don't think I really need that. Maybe nimble? 10% bonus to dodge? That would probably help with, like... Because dodge is for ranged weapon.
Yeah.
And then parries for melee.
Nothing under recommended?
Nothing under recommended for this
Go to
one.
support. Remember, that's your main deal.
Support, sorry.
Remember, the use.
That's right. Alright, I have you do something. So we have that. You go on. The noble servant gains +2. I could make... You know what? Actually, let's do this because I always feel like I want Abelard to go further, and then he doesn't. So, let's...
Oh, there will be a point where Abelard will go wherever the hell Abelard wants, okay?
I look forward to it. Okay, so that's her done. Or that's me done, I suppose. Let's go ahead and now get back in the fight, break their ranks. Okay, let's just go to... Well, let's go to this. Let's go to Psychic. Ooh, okay. This is different. Target held in my gaze. The Navigator deals from 13 to 30 damage to the enemy. The enemy must pass a willpower resistance test or become immobilized until the start of the Navigator's next turn. Ooh.
Yes, so the thing about held in my gaze is that it's a single target spell.
One creature
opposed to the one she has right now, which is everything in the room, you, me, everything.
Got it.
So it is a good sniper.
The Navigator designates a square. The enemy closest to that square immediately moves up to the force cell towards it. If multiple enemies are the same distance from the point all of them move. Oh, so this is the thing about making them... Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Oh, also look at Immolate the Soul, which is locked. So you'll need to get held in my gaze for that, but that allows you to create a burning inferno with warp fire.
Holy shit, okay. Okay. Interesting. Reveal the light. What is the target ally gains +22 to their willpower and toughness until... Walking Nightmare. All enemies within the area suffer a -22 penalty to their willpower and toughness until the end of combat. Interesting. Zone of Fear. All creatures in a 3x3 zone must pass a willpower resistance test or immediately move out of the... Holy cow, she really does force people to move. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna do Held in My Gaze first, I think we're gonna start with that because I like the Immolation of the Soul. That sounds fun. I do believe we should almost always level up together, yes, because we're all gaining experience simultaneously. Alright, oh, I get to choose two. So what was this that I just chose? Available abilities, okay. I could have her start with additional movement points. First ally targeted by the Navigator with a single target ability each turn gains the same amount of additional movement points at the start of their next turn. Interesting. Damn, okay. I think I'm gonna do this because I'm not having her, I think, get super close yet. Or do I want this? Oh, there's so many good options. Okay, I think we're gonna do Eye of Oblivion. I want to reduce the dodge and hit chance of the enemy. We'll go with ballistic skill. Absolutely. And nothing for recommended. So she is offensive, right? Argenta?
Yes.
her an expert with her bolt weapon. Bolt weapons attacking plus 10 armor penetration.
Armor pen's good, but I don't know if it's necessarily your best option right now.
That makes sense. What is Knows No Heresy? Imperial World characters gain 10% critical chance and plus 10 armor against Xeno and demonic creatures. Their allies gain half that bonus of No Heresy. However, Imperial World characters lower Xenos and lower Warp are always 0. Alright, fair enough. Melee, flame, and melt attacks against demons and psychers deal an additional plus 6 damage and gain 18% armor penetration. Such attacks against Xeno deal an additional plus 3 damage and gain plus 9% armor penetration. So if they're Xeno psychers, it's like
They get
a
really
shit
effed
ton?
up. Yep, like an
Interesting.
Eldari psyker.
Interesting. I think I might do that. Or should I just do this? Devotee and their allies in the area of effect of the War Hymn or Furious Reticle gain a plus 1 damage for single shot and attack of opportunities for 1 round. I mean, she's not using flame or melta attacks right now, so maybe this...
You will.
I will. You're right, I will.
You should already have a flamer, actually. Or very close to getting one.
Oh, really? Okay. Why can't I complete this?
What?
Did I not? Oh, I didn't select it, I guess.
And then you select... What are you doing? Select the first one.
Yeah.
Choose the characteristic. You can't choose ballistic skills. Write it out. You're at your max.
Oh, I see.
She's colorblind, apparently.
I saw that it was red, but I didn't realize that it's not telling me that I'm maxed.
She sees red flags and understands nothing.
Apparently, yes. Alright, well in that case then... I guess, yeah, let's go with agility then. Okay, there we go. What are you getting? Ooh, you get a new psychic ability. Precise attack. The next attack against the target affected by an exploit, the target's cover efficiency will be reduced by minus 15 plus the perception bonus divided by 3 times the stack of the exploit percent. This attack will have a plus 15 plus percent bonus divided by 3 plus the stack of this. What is your perception at right now? Can you tell me what your perception's at?
Can you speak up for the microphone?
Yes, sorry, I was looking for, where is, none of these are, oh no, this is perception. So you have a perception right now of 70. Okay, so that would actually be pretty decent then. Because it would be the 7. I might do precise attack, but I kind of want to do one of these. Creates an area that lasts until the start of the Psyker's next turn. All allies within that area gain plus 6 dodge, and their dodge chance cannot be less than 6%. Okay, interesting. Pre-science. That's right, because she's more of a buffer with her psychic abilities than a fighter. Okay.
Buffer indeed. Well, no, she can tear people apart as well, but she's more of a single-mind attacker.
Got it. The target gains plus 6 intelligence, perception, and fellowship and willpower until the end of combat. Okay. Dominate. The target must pass a willpower resistance test with a minus 5 penalty on their next turn, or they will spend all of their movement points to move as close as possible towards the Psyker. They can act as normal, but all their MP must be spent moving towards the Psyker. At the end of the turn, the target must make a willpower resistance test again, otherwise they remain under this effect. Why would I want them to move towards her, though? I guess I could...
Moving through attacks of opportunity, pulling them out of cover if they're a sniper,
Okay.
that sort of thing.
That makes sense. Ooh, that is a good call. I didn't consider the sniper pulling out. Okay, I like that. Sensory deprivation. What's this one? They make a willpower resistance test. If they succeed, the target is merely blinded. But if they fail, they become blinded and suffer an additional -5 penalty to all characteristics. And must make a willpower resistance test at the end of each turn. Okay, interesting. Oh, interesting. Biomancy focuses on manipulating living flesh and biological processes. Biomancers can heal wounds and alter physical characteristics. Oh, but we could make her a pyromancer. That sounds fun. Connection to faith things.
So don't make her a pyromancer because the interrogator is a pyromancer.
Ah, that makes sense.
I mean, you can do what you want. I'm just letting you know.
I think I'm gonna go with dominate. I like the idea of making people move out of their, like, regions and walking towards her. And going through attacks of opportunity. Because if I always have her in the back and then have, like, Argenta and Abelard right now guarding, they could just swing at them and shoot and stuff and it'll be great. Okay, we can't... Oh, I can up her awareness. You would be an extremely aware... Should I just go with the logic?
Chad have anything to say?
The interrogator is the biomancer and it mixes really well with pyro. Yeah,
Yes.
Heinrich. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. No, I don't think we're going to go that way. I think we're going to definitely make her, like, trying to control people and be a little bit more supporty, for sure. I'm leaning towards... I almost just want to keep boosting her awareness and just, like, really make it insanely high. Although I don't know how much, like, I don't know if... The problem is I don't know if Adara is going to end up being in my party super long term. We're just going to go with awareness, though.
You can always respec. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay, cool. Alright, Abelard. Well, we're definitely going to up your toughness. We want to make you as a strong, tough boy. And then you are defensive. Do not falter. All allies affected by Brace for Impact do not suffer the negative effects or melee superiority. That's nice. You can cover all allies affected by Brace for Impact. Get off me. Brace for Impact also allows the Navy officer to use a ranged weapon in threatened areas, knocking enemies prone and pushing them one cell away. Interesting. All allies affected by Brace for Impact suffer only half damage from all attacks of opportunity. Do like that. But I think I'm going to go with Do Not Falter. Okay. Bam! Now let's actually get to the planet. We haven't actually made it to the goddamn planet yet. Okay, I'd like to go to the prison planetoid, please. Begin scan. My god. A mobile mining outpost assembled in accordance with the Blessed Standard template construct.
Speak up.
This small industrial complex can be deployed on practically any world, however inhospitable. The Serf clan assigned to it will devote itself to the maintenance of the sacred mechanisms and the extraction of resources needed by the rogue trader. Oh, so I can put like a...
So basically, you get these items and you can place them on planets to extract resources. You need the resources to complete projects on planets later.
Got it. Okay. Well, let's just go to the planet for right now because I don't think we have... I must go. I don't think we have any of those extractiums to even deploy. So let's just keep going on. Now, I think we're about to meet Heinrich, actually. Or very shortly, at least. I think he's on the... If I remember correctly. Isn't he on the prison planet? I'll find out. Just a key to begin. Dun 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 dun! Oh, why am I using ultramarine colors? What the fuck?
Von Valencia family colors.
Oh, why? I didn't notice that Von Valencia had blue, gold, and white as their colors. We need to change that to red, black, and gold. Hello, Pilot Raquel.
Over there.
Am I about to go into combat? Come in, escort. This is Captain Vekari. Escort, please come in. The pale young... Everybody's very pale. The pale young woman looks at you with a mixture... Oh, it's because there's no one ever sees the sun. Doy. With a mixture of hope and disbelief swirling in her eyes, you notice her hand is trembling as she clutches her weapon. Who are you? Did you come from the planet? Are you reinforcements? Saint's teeth! I thought you'd never come. Abelard, teach this riffraff the proper way of addressing a sovereign. Abelard glares at the woman, his brow furrowing. Officer, the person before you is Angela von Valencia, a rogue traitor. Although you are, from what I gather, a subject of another dynasty, you would do well to introduce yourself with proper decorum. At once, sir! The woman stands at attention. Captain Raquel Vekari, servant of House Winterscale, and the pilot of this shuttle. It is an honor to be greeting her ladyship of Von Valencia. Tell me about the planetoid. The only settlement on Rykad Philia is a penal colony. The prisoners work in the mines and the domed quarries. They mine sulfur, ceramidust, is that what we make our armor out of? And sand, which is then melted down. A rather nondescript place, or it was prior to current events. And what has happened here? There's been a prison riot on the planetoid. Sadly, it is being led by the prison warden himself, the Honorable Anathagon Castiglia, has allied himself with a rabble that he himself was supposed to watch and declared Rykad Philia to be independent of the authority of the system's lawful governor. Oh. Well. How did this happen? Excellent. Alright, I came here with a shuttle pilot alongside the honorable... Oh, everybody's so honorable. Eva Yin? Winterscale. Eviani, I think it's pronounced Eviani. Winterscale. Son... Oh, Evanian? Oh, is it Evan? Is it just a fancy way to say Evan?
It might be.
Oh my god. Evan Winterscale. Alright, excellent. A son of Caligos Winterscale. Rogue trader. Vanquisher of Xenos! Forever triumphant over the enemies of humanity. She details enunciating everywhere... Oh, I'm sorry. Vanquisher of Xenos! Forever triumphant over the enemies of humanity. Sorry, I wanted to really emphasize the enunciation of those words as per directed by the text. The young Lord Winterscales wished to speak with the warden personally so he could put an end to his lawless treason. He and his escort went in ahead and, I haven't been able to contact them over Vox for a, very long time now. Evan, Abelard mutters, stroking his beard. One of his distant younger offspring, yes. That's as much as I know about him. Which means he hasn't distinguished himself in any meaningful way. What a punt. Alright, Evan Winterscale has made several diplomatic visits to Uric 5 on behalf of his father, rogue trader Caligos Winterscale. The great regent would not have granted entry to someone dishonorable, which means whatever happened in this terrible, malodorous place must... What?
Malodorous.
Malodorous place. We must aid this man of noble blood. The warden himself is spearheading this riot. Yes. No one expected this. Master Castilia is a noble man from a respected governor house and a vassal of House Winterscale. All of a sudden, he proclaimed the Rykad Filia was now his personal domain, and the prisoners were his subjects, and that he would never bow to anyone again. It's pure heresy! And I take it that they're looking forward to a diet of sand and gravel? What kind of madman would start a revolt on a barren rock? Why would the young Winterscale have felt the need to parley with the dissonance? I mean, I felt like I needed to parley with the dissonance on my lower decks, so why? I don't feel like I should be questioning him, but sure, I'll ask that. She sighs quietly. It's a personal matter. Master Castiglia, the seditious warden, is Lord Evan's childhood friend. When the Lord heard of the riot, and the news saddened him greatly, and so he rushed over without delay in hopes of bringing his old friend to his senses, no doubt. The first Winterscale in my memory to prefer to talk rather than to shoot and slash. Alright, so we're dealing with a very violent group. No problem, Robert. Enjoy dinner. I hope you have a lovely time. I absolutely will be enjoying the game. The young Lord Winterscale is not his father's shadow. If he is determined to save his friend, he won't back down. I pray to the throne that he is alive and well. He's been gone for such a long time, and I really don't like this place. Theobald executed his wife and only son on the mere suspicion of treason. Holy what? Your previous, fatherly figure executed his wife and only son? When he thought they were going to be treasonous to... Oh my god. These people are bonkers. I do love the Imperium. They are very obsessed. So why did the noble Yvain rush to save someone who had betrayed his house? Do bonds of friendship give one the right to make inexcusable mistakes? I am looking for a man named by the name of Heinrich I always want to say Von. Heinrich van Kalox. Kalox? Is he here, perhaps? Unless it's one of the prisoners or guards, then it seems unlikely. There are no shuttles in working order other than yours and mine. There's nothing else anyone could have used to reach this place. Okay. Is there anything else I should be appraised on before I set out? Yes. Evidently there is. Some of the rebels have holed up in the barracks. I don't know how many, but given this is the only way through to where the negotiations are taking place, I would expect heavy resistance. Please take caution, your ladyship. Lord Winterscale's guards mined the entrance so that the rebels couldn't get into the shuttle. I have no more questions. You may excuse yourself, pilot. The woman freezes for a moment before asking hesitantly, your ladyship, if I may have a minute of your time, I wouldn't ever have dared to trouble you with a personal matter, but the situation, in any case, have you been to the capital of Rykad Minoris yet? I just wanted to ask if you saw a man there, a communications officer by the name of Jespar? What is your relationship to this man? We are engaged, your ladyship, she declares somewhat bashfully. I have not yet been to Rykad Minoris and know nothing of this officer's fate. That's a shame. May the Emperor keep that fool from harm. Thank you for your time, your ladyship. She bows. You can tell by the desperation in her eyes that she is exhausted, frightened, and wishes to be off this planetoid as soon as possible. Dude, I understand. I shall check and make sure there's other loot. Loot. An omniscope. Ooh. Okay, let's actually look at our inventory because I'm sure I probably don't need any of these things anymore. I don't actually know. Do you know if I need the, the data crypt, the meteorite chunk, the black water or the navigator's like flesh sample anymore that I got at the Navigator.
No, you can put them into cargo.
Okay.
Or you can put them in your on your ship if you go to your bedroom.
Oh, I can display them?
You can put them in your storage.
Ah, okay. I think I'm just gonna put them into cargo. Oh, actually I cannot because they're gold items, I guess, so maybe I can't. Alright, well that's fine. Can I actually look at this? Do you have a crumpled sheet of paper with a drawing of a tall woman and a dark-eyed monster painted with fresh blood. Awesome. How very metal. Grants a weapon skill bonus in lore warp. Okay. Let's see. Who would benefit from this the most? Who has a good... Oh, I have lore warp, but I want these, I think. Do I care about logic? Maybe I don't. What's this do? Ooh, plus 5% hit chance and plus 5... Ooh. Okay, we're gonna give that to one of our two combatants. Every time the wearer deals damage, the target's weapon skill and ballistic skill is reduced. Ooh. Holy shit, that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna do that for myself. Can I wear this? I could. I'm gonna give it to Abelard, though. What is Abelard currently wearing? He doesn't need that. You take that, sir. Alright, and then you have a helmet on, which requires dogmatic. This helmet grants the wearer immunity to enemy critical... That is pretty good. Are you dogmatic, though? Is there a way for me to tell whether or not my companions are... like dogmatic or...
Yeah.
I guess he must be because he's wearing it, right?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
I don't remember, but I believe there is somewhere.
Okay.
Also, it's just kind of obvious.
I mean, I guess that's true. Okay, do I want to give him that or do I want to give him... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give that to him. Oh god, you look so cool. And then we're going to give her this, because she's definitely dogmatic. We'll give her these gloves. And then we'll give... Let's see, logic doesn't do too much. You know, I guess I'll give her some armor. Ooh, okay, let's also see. Seneschal's trusty carapace. Dodge penalty. The character wearing this armor will dodge 5% of the average enemy attacks in this chapter. Okay. The character wearing this armor will dodge 40% of the average. I feel like that's better. I'm making you wear a different outfit, sir. What is this? What other bonus? Armor deflection? Oh, maybe that is better, though. Her that. Oh, I guess I could give me that. No, that's okay though. And then here are all of our guns. We've definitely picked up some. Oh, I should give myself a chainsword. Oh yeah. Oh my god, I have a chainsword. Yes. Ah, it's so cool. Okay. So that was my sword I was using. Don't care about any of those. Don't really care about the auto pistol, because I like my stub revolver. Let's check her with her stabs. Okay, so we've got those. What about you? Are these ones yours? Okay. I think she's got the best thing that we can give her for right now. So I think we're looking good. Alright, I just wanted to see like where we were at with all of our stuff. That's the wrong button. To check and see if we got stuff around for me to loot. Oh my god.
Duty prevails.
Chaos! Oh my gosh, an 8-pointed star. How terrible. The guard of this post has been vacant for a long time. This is a layer of dust on the surface. Oh. Okay. That seems bad. I feel like it's bad if you go to a prison planet and you're like, this guardhouse has dust on it. There's been no one here for a while.
Cast your eye there.
Okay, yep, I see it.
Argenta, don't you find it difficult to be without your sisters? You are a soldier without a squad.
I will fight alongside my sisters again. But my present fate is not a burden to me. No matter where I go, or who I am with, I bring death to heretics. That is what matters.
Indeed. Alright, let's... Okay, so I have to discharge it over here. Alright. Argenta.
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby.
I'm
A
glad.
child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling. Onward!
Yep. I see that one too. Oh my god, please stop, please stop, please stop. Okay, Argenta, dear, gently walk this way and disarm that, please.
Never doubt me.
I do not, except when you suddenly, wildly walk over in a direction that I feel like I did not tell you to walk.
I better myself through my service.
The venerable opprimates that are the best among us. The list is faded. Oh, there's a faded list of names there. Goods! Grox shit! Why me? Why? I missed my tithe payment 12 years ago. 12 years! The inspector's right got lost somewhere in the bowels of the planetary administratum and was lying there the whole time, but they made sure to remember to tack on the fines every month. By the time they found the blasted papers and finally informed me the total sum was so obscene it would take 3 generations of my descendants, if I had any, to pay it off. My fate was sealed. Trial, sentence, prison, all because some draft rotter who shoved my papers in the wrong box. To be fair, I think I got off pretty easy. My bed in the barracks is about as hard as the slab of rocketcrete I've got at home. Working in the quarry isn't much tougher than my old job, and the rules, void take me, the old sods that govern Rykad Monors is a bloody sadist by comparison. Oop. It's a strange old place. I haven't been beaten once yet. The guards bark orders all the time, but they never hit us. They also got this kind of inner circle of special chosen prisoners. The Optimatum, they call it? Are these assholes taking one from the Space Marines and having a goddamn, what are they called?
Union.
No. I mean, I guess in a way, the, like, what are the inner circle things that all of the...
Lodges.
Lodges, thank you. Are these guys having a fucking lodge? Do you people not know that leads to heresy?
No, they don't.
Educate the Imperium. We're gonna educate the Imperium. All right. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. The same. All right. They say the whole warden's idea. It's funny. The man, our warden, he looks like more of a noble than nobility itself. Tall, groomed, teeth even, eyes burning, boots so polished you can see yourself when you move to lick them. But that nutter don't doesn't much want people licking his boots. He walks around looking like he's deep in thought, all right, with only a couple of guards at his side, and he sometimes, if you can believe it, talks to the prisoners. What's your name? He asks them all quiet-like. Why were you condemned? Do you feel remorse? He never even yells at no one, never orders to have him flogged. Instead, he doles rewards out like to the special ones, keeps telling us things like how we should strive to make society believe in us again. Whatever you say, Master Warden. Starting tomorrow, I'll be trying to join those optimates of yours. I'm stuck in here till the day I die, and that means no return to society for me. But with the Emperor's help, I might just join the ranks of the local elite. Holy moly. I will collect this evidence of heresy. What's this? Oh, hello.
The absurdity of your struggle amuses me.
You make a suitable sacrifice.
I have apparently been ambushed. Why is Idra the only one who's been ambushed? Or is she just the... Okay, I guess she's just the first one to go.
Is everyone else out of combat?
No, everybody's there. It's just that she was the only one selected for a moment. It was really weird. It's okay, we're gonna draw them to us. So we're actually gonna have her go here. I see.
That is not my destiny. Cover me!
There we go. Let's go ahead and... Can we see... We can't see him. So we'll do that. We'll go ahead and give her some warning. Since she's kind of up in the front. And then... Can we hit him with a shout? Probably not. Can we hit him with a... Nope. Alright, well let's go ahead and have her do just that. Oh, they're coming through this door, I see. Oh my god, they threw a fucking grenade.
I serve the ruinous powers.
That's... You shouldn't admit that to Argenta.
I'm enraged!
Holy cow, Argenta, he kicked you. Okay, well... Let's see. Grants momentum equal to 6. The ability also does an additional 3 momentum for each enemy that is in 5 cell radius of the sister or was hit by her this turn. Okay. Alright, well let's do this. Let's
Faith
run.
without deeds is worthless.
Let's go back here.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
That's fine. She can get a little hit. And then we're gonna go ahead and shoot these guys.
As the Emperor commands.
And murder them with impunity. Okay, excellent. So she can hit again, actually. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if we can shoot these jerks who threw a grenade at us. I can't believe they threw a grenade at me.
I'll do it.
Okay. And we will hold on that because we don't need it.
Out of my way.
There's no one really around us to really benefit it.
On in, maggot.
Oh, cow.
Death to non-believers.
Okay. Abelard. Move forward.
My place is at the fore.
There's no turrets, so I can't charge there. Aquire's next melee attack against our creatures. We're definitely gonna pop that. We're going to shoot this
Indeed.
guy. Okay, excellent. And then we will have them
I will
guard.
do my duty.
And I'm gonna use this to just move over here. So that when I have my character activate him again, I should be able to move up and do so. We can kick some ass. Alright, we're gonna have her come over here. And all creatures that come in front of the Navigator suffer. There's not really anybody in a cone in front of her right now. Oh, she also has Bring It Down. Okay. Well, then let's do this. Oh, you're not. Okay, we can't do that.
I'm not accustomed as duty demands.
Oh, 37. Holy cow. Okay, well, I guess. You know what?
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Alright, so can we have you? You can't move, but there are people closer now, so you should be able to shout.
But of course.
Laughable.
What the fuck just happened to Cassia? Did you knock her prone?
Did you hit her with it?
I guess so. I didn't think she was in the blast. Well,
Welcome to the team, dear.
apparently. Well, I knocked Cassia prone accidentally. Go me.
Death to the weak.
Will we survive this conflict? Okay, so she's back up. Damn, I knocked her prone. Okay.
I'll be honest, I can't believe you knocked her prone.
You.
With yet the disrespect you showed to mutants, absolutely.
What? I have not shown mutants disrespect. Who have I shown disrespect?
The mutants.
How have I shown which mutants have I shown disrespect to?
Cyclops.
On it.
Got you there. Got her.
Okay, fine. Maybe I have shown a little bit of disrespect to Cyclops.
Will do.
Alright, I shall expose
Not on YouTube.
a weakness.
Oh.
Was that you?
Not
Or
my unmentionables. Calm down, calm down. There's a place for that, and we all know where it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn.
such is the will of chaos.
Such is the will of chaos.
Nothing.
Alright, Argenta, I would like you. I don't really need to do that.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
High momentum.
Doubt is for the weak.
Alright, and then I'm not gonna do controlled shot because there's no one in front of her.
Yeah, I think you have to worry about that.
So
Chaos guides me.
we'll just save the AP.
Show me what you've got. Can I fall back now?
Alright, Abelard. Over here.
A tactically sound approach.
A tactically sound approach. Oh, you're so pumped. Alright, let's go
At your
and
beck and
please
call.
slash this man. Actually, there's no reason to cleave.
Victory is I took care of
That's
this
so
one.
dead. Beautiful. Alright, endure. Alright, and end your turn. Cassia, have I gone once in this? These guys, nope. I cannot see through walls. Then I shall just. What does this do again? Yes. Destroy. I love it. It's so good. Alright, Abelard. I guess I'll command you with Cassia.
I'm a
because-
navigator, not a servitor.
Of course you're not a servitor. Don't be ridiculous. Alright, Abelard. Demands that you run this
It will be done.
Excellent. Tank for me, boy. Tank. Regularly restores all AP and movement and gains a +5 MP until the end of the turn. No.
I'll show you why navigators are feared.
Alright, Abelard. Move up.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
And then
At your beck and call.
And then fucking cleave.
It will be done.
Yes!
Reduced to dust.
Oh, so good.
Now she's getting it.
So good. Alright, Cassia, your turn's over. Oh my god, I finally get a turn. I shall now approach, no one fear, the rogue trader is here.
Wow.
You serve me?
Purpose guides me.
Purpose guides me. Alright, and then... Let's see... No one's bleeding right now, right? You are bleeding. Stop bleeding. Alright, I think I'm just gonna do that because I'm not really in shooting right now. with anybody.
ruinous powers!
Oh, god damn it, I did that on the wrong person. I got the two white-haired chicks confused in my brain when I looked at their... Oops. Oh well.
Wow, racist.
What?
All white chicks look the same to you, huh?
White-haired chicks, first of all, is what I... And yes, apparently they do. I can't analyze... I can't do jack shit, because I'm behind a wall.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Abelard, yes. Oh, Abelard, yes.
I've suffered.
I will endure.
Holy shit. That man dodged a grenade like a absolute
Legend.
legend.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the
You will.
fire in my heart.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Alright. Argenta. They're there in a nice, beautiful line
Faith
for
without
you.
deed is worthless.
Yes.
Strike is a prayer.
Good girl. Alright,
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Alright, and then shoot. What is this? Oh, it's my reload.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Nice job. Oh, and she recovered. Sweet. Okay, well, we accidentally knocked one of our companions
My
prone briefly,
aspirations
but you know what? It's
transcend
fine. It's
humanity.
fine. Wonder if I could have, like, if I had left the traps up, could I have lured them in? There's a shit ton of knives. Did you see that? So many knives. Chain mail. Okay, nothing can interact with there. We can go through this. Oh, goods. I shall take them. Oh, a lot of goods. Okay. Thank you. What's in this room? There's not
I
really.
tread a path unexplored.
I tread a path explode.
Triumphant, as always.
Clear off the poster and examine the wall behind it. I found stuff. The hollowed finger bone charms. Oh, nice. Profane blades. An improved auto pistol. A prisoner shank. I found so many of those. Alright, excellent. I love finding some extra loot. These cages have been placed here. Alright. Let's see, what was that? Prisoner Diary of Auntie Shan, Part 2. Ha 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 ha, I swear the Emperor hasn't forsaken me. Guess who just came down the shuttle gangway among the fresh batch of prisoners? Clenson Throne Damned Willia, former administratum clerk. No, the clerk. The very same scum who lost the right about the missing payment. He's the reason I'm in this hole. Don't even know what they threw him in here for, but I've never felt better in my life. He's not just behind the same bars as me, he's fresh meat. And I'm venerable optimate, respected by everyone in the colony. The warden just came up with a new improvement. From now on, anyone who underimproves, misbehaves, or causes trouble in any way is to be punished by the community, specifically by the local best and the brightest, yours truly, the Optimates. Oh boy. They're totally creating like a Lord of Flies situation here. You just wait, you piece of grok shit. I'll get you for something. Those cages are calling your name. Oh, he's not gonna be pleasant to this man, I don't think. That's my expectation. Pew pew, I did win. We all won. Alright, everybody.
Look no further.
There is a fervor in my soul.
Would like everybody to come over here.
My whispers crave
So that I can
entertainment.
select you all?
Does something trouble you, Lord Captain?
Yes.
The
What troubles
Emperor
me is that
said
you're
should
not
I
all
divine
together,
our
so
next
I can-
step?
No.
I'm
Gently.
restless.
There we go. Alright, we're all selected. Team is a go. So I think I'm gonna
Powers
go here.
unseen uncover my path.
You left the Novice Imperialis to serve the rogue trader. Do you ever regret it, Seneschal?
No, I do not regret it in the least. Serving in the Imperial Navy is a fine thing to do. But it was only under Lady Theodora that I truly felt the significance of what I was doing.
Holy moly! What the hell's happening here? Severed human body, but thank you. Thank you, game. I definitely could not tell that. Oh, a prison guard key. Cool, I'll take that. I know. Warp lore.
Predictable.
The symbol before you bears a familiar scent. That of the dark forces of chaos. Why did I sniff it?
Chaos smells.
The chop... that's fair.
It has the smelly smell of something that smells smelly.
Oh my god. The chopped up slabs of flesh have been thoroughly washed of any blood. Okay. Well, at least somebody's getting cleansing. I'm scared. I should have known all that charity from the wardens was going to bring nothing but trouble. No noble, no matter how barmy, would pull anything of the sorts. But that man... It started with little things. The warden would come by to talk as he did, except he used to ask us questions before, and now he was mostly gushing sermons. Some gibberish about the past of purgation, the sanctity of sacrifice, seeing with blind eyes. I listened and nodded. Yes, Master Warden, of course, Master Warden. He could say whatever rubbish he wanted as long as those tasty Optimate meals kept coming. I thought everyone else was doing the same, nodding and just pleasing the big man. I was wrong. After that, the people in the barracks started yapping about the purgation and the blind list too. Apparently, us Optimates were no longer just the Warden's favorites. We were the Emperor's we were Emperor forgive me. prophets of some kind who were meant to save the rest of this sorry lot, or awaken them, or make them see some rubbish along those lines. Ah, Zinch, you're so kind to everyone, aren't you? Yes, I'm pretty sure my voice ship has cages on it. I probably don't need to take the prisoner cages, but you're probably right. I should just start throwing people in cages when they displease me. What in the throne am I supposed to do with an ear? What? Okay, hold on. I skipped ahead accidentally. People were now supposed to make sacrifices to the Optimates. Yesterday, the sap who slept in the bed under me in the first year here cut off his own damn ear and crawled on his knees towards me. He handed me the ear and begged me to not forsake him when the fateful hour came. What in the throne am I supposed to do with an ear? Why is everyone, every single one, staring at me all the time? The warden said the time was nigh, that fate had truly great things in store for the Optimates. Every time I read this, I just keep thinking of like Optimus Prime for some reason. I went to look how my good friend Clenson was doing. He hadn't spoken for 3 months ever since I had all his teeth ripped out. He spoke today. He looked straight at me and said, "Dead man." I kept hitting him until it hurt me. Now my fists and feet are all bruised. Half the barracks stood there and watched and prayed. I'm scared. Oh man. Shit's going down. And it ain't gonna be good for anybody.
Let's seize the opportunity.
Oh, there's more corpses. As is Chaos's way. Judging by the number of horrid morsels, dozens of victims were slain here. God. Did you have to call them morsels? So we can't go there. Let's go through here.
Ruinous favor prevails.
Nope. My brethren, the dawn is nigh. The Optimates will guide us to a new existence. Yes, yes, dear brethren, have a taste of my steel. Oh, how I've longed for this, my dear brethren. I don't think I'm your brethren, bros. Oh. They were talking about them. Thank the throne, normal-looking faces. Okay, we thought we were going to die here with these nutters. The old man, with a gape-toothed smile, drops his weapon and holds his hands in a placating gesture. Please don't shoot us, your nobleness. Let us speak a word. Well, this is a welcome change. Talking before shooting? Still, Lord Captain, the look of this ragtag bunch hardly inspires trust. Give me a reason to not execute you on the spot. Here's the deal. We're honest, quiet inmates. We didn't want to riot, but, well, sitting it out wasn't really an option either. The warden's lapdogs made short work of those who refused to join the festivities, so we had to, you know, play along. But that's all it was, play. We never meant no offense to the Governor Medine, nor the lawful authority of House Winterscale. Give us a chance, eh? We just want to wait until everything blows over and we can go back to our cells and quietly do the rest of our time. A repentant, honest heretic, how novel. Judging by Abelard's tone, the Seneschal is utterly unimpressed by the man's ingratiating monologue. I don't know if I believe him either. The lowborn's speech is molted with colors that conceal his true dark hues. The old man has a long history of lies, and he is using his wiles on us as well, but I see no foul corruption or ill intent in his words. Okay, so he is lying, but he's, I
think she's more saying he is kind of a sinner, but he doesn't seem to be lying about this.
Well, he's not necessarily, like, chaos tainted.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the warden and the riot. Ha! Why soil your tongue talking about the heretics? But if you insist. Here's how it is. The warden of this here prison, the Honorable Master Castilia, was a crackpot from the start. The previous warden ran things the proper way. Prayers, 1 meal a day, work, a punch in the chompers from the guards, work again. But the new one, do you know what his first decree was? He introduced lunches and dinners. By the 9 devils, that's 3 meals a day. The man was obviously stark raving mad. Things only went downhill from there. The guards quit with the teeth punching. The wardens forbade them. Instead, the overseers started counting which prisoners were digging up more things in the quarry and swinging their pickaxes harder and whatnot. And then, would you believe it, they put together a list of best workers. And if someone on the list also showed good behavior, then when they get promoted to an optimate and the upper crust of us jailbirds. Or that's how it was at first. Then the warden decided it was the optimates, not the guards, who should be in charge of punishments, and that it wasn't the overseer's job to watch the prisoners work, it was the optimates. Well, let me tell you that when these goody two-shoes really started to shine, the guards aren't even in the same league as our dear fellows, the optimates. In the old days, we maybe had 5 to 10 stiffs kicking us in a week, and now, well, we're lucky if there was only 15. Oh, 50. There's only 50. Holy shit. And that wasn't even the end of it. Warden Castilia moved out of his chambers to live right in the quarry under the dome. And I think something in his new home really scrambled his brain. Okay, this dude has been totally corrupted by something that they've dug up that's chaos. He's begun spouting the wildest things like the Optimates are saints who will behold the truth. He started taking them to the quarry. Not all of them returned. The ones who did, you wouldn't recognize them. More beasts than man. The ones, okay, they were butchering people left and right, even guards and overseers. The warden himself had armed them, and that's the whole sob story. But I know it from the moment he let us have dinners. Oh, this won't end well. The old cogger's right. The nobles started giving handouts to commoners. Something's always goes wrong. I mean, that's with all due respect, your ladyship. No offense intended. She knows this is my look. If I spare you, what do I gain from it? Now, how can a lowly jailbird hope to thank your noble self? Ah, I have an inkling. You see, us here, we're, how should you put this, different from the rest of the prisoners in this place. We're all petty thieves from Rykard Minoris, debtors, gutter snipers. There's no one serious. Now, we, your nobleness, are cut from a different cloth altogether. We're fortune seekers from the void. Why don't we tell you where on Footfall Station, you know Footfall, the only yard ship, the best market in all of Kronos Expanse? Yes, so where on Footfall you can find some very serious business-minded people, and how you can get yourself a very special discount from some of them on some very special goods? Oh, you don't say. What kind of very special people? The most serious kind, your nobleness. Have you heard of the Fellowship of the Void? It's the largest pirate alliance in the Expanse. Ooh, I like pirates. There is no leader, of course, but there are some terribly serious captains who decided that cutting each other's throats over loot was, what do you call it, counterproductive. But cutting throats together, now that's anti-counterproductive. I like this guy. And well, their joint efforts leave them with excess of spoils, so they need to dispose of it somehow. And I, your nobleness, just happen to know someone who handles such kinds of dealings on behalf of those very serious people. Very well, I shall spare you. Oh, you're so great, your nobleness, just great. Now, there's a true aristocrat. Not that warden creep. Now then, your nobleness, where was I? If you're ever on Footfall Station, there's a district there. The Shadow Quarters. Ooh, I like it. It's called that because it's located behind a statue of our holiest emperor. I've known folks who call it something else, also on account of it being behind the statue. Don't repeat their mistakes, I tell you. Reverend Aeronomius wasted no time finding and burning them all. Oh, okay. Forgive an old man for getting distracted. So, Footfall. The Shadow Quarters. There's a bar there, built into the remains of an old ship. And in that bar, you see, in the back room, a certain Ryza does her business. Tell her Grandpa Bakval says hello. You'll be her favorite client in a blink of an eye. There we are, your nobleness. Well, we're going now if you don't mind. I can pardon them. Is that a good idea? I'm gonna do it. I shall not leave you here to die at the hands of the Warden's henchmen. Go tell my pilot that it is the Lord Captain's orders that you be sent to my ship. You will join my ship's crew, and if you disobey me, I will throw you in another cell. And I've given you a personal pardon. Thanks. We're most grateful, your nobleness. The old man glances at you somewhat skeptically, but then smiles and leaves. Interesting. Okay. Can I also loot these? Yeah, I fucking can. Let's loot the corpses in front of me. What's this? Clumps of dust, but no trace of weapons or gear. Well, at least we know why everything is like so dusty. If the guards aren't like around.
The
That makes a lot
world
of
will
sense.
bow.
Okay, so it doesn't. That seems to be a dead end. Aha. Wait, so is there no door that I can go to here? Oh, there's loot there that I missed. Oh, there is a... Okay. Wait, where's this loot that I missed? Is it in this door?
The Emperor favors me today.
Okay, yes it is.
Intriguing.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Plasma cells, some shipments, tox dispenser modules, a diviner's staff. Ooh, and a medkit. Take it. Ooh, even more stuff. A faux hammer! That's not a hammer at all. That is a gun. To the main level. Okay, well, we don't want to do that yet. Okay, it appears I have picked everything up. Oh. Aha. Aha, ha, ha, ha. Okay, that's where the goods were that I missed.
Perfection.
Perfection. Okay, now I think we've gotten everything. Yes. So that's to the main level. That also goes to the main level. Thank you, Abelard, for waiting for me to arrive. Oh my god, there are so many people dead. I guess I shouldn't be really that. Build a bridge. Sure. Oh my god, I'm so strong.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Back to the barracks. Okay, it's over here. Is this looping back? Okay, so this is where the pilot is. Alright, so now we've made it to the other side, but we've given ourselves a quick way back. There's a couple of bodies. Corpse in a uniform, separated with the winter scale coat of... Oh, that's not good. Scarred did not even have time to draw his weapon, so a surprise attack. We can go to the pit? Let's go to the pit.
I tread
the
a
pit.
path unexplored.
Okay. Oh, shit. Poison gas, okay. Oh my god, there's so many bodies just strung up everywhere. Oh, hey look, it's the guy. This is probably gonna go well. Warden Castilia, I told you, Evie. They're hiding so much from us. Arrogant mentors, holy brothers and sisters. What have they ever given us? Nothing but piles of fibs and useless abominations. Useless I can say this word. Okay, hold on. How do you say this? Admonitions? Admonitions?
Admonitions.
Admonitions.
Yeah.
Thank you. The voice of a man standing with his back to you sounds almost soft, heedless of everything but what... Yeah, no, I'm going to be ending soon. What is in front of you before him? He leans over a prisoner dressed in expensive clothing. Ah, but Aurora, she is different. She spoke with me like no one ever had before. She revealed the truth to me, and now I can reveal it to you. If you just stop struggling for 1 minute. What? The man finally realizes he is not alone and turns to you. He is clutching a long, thin, metallic rod with blood dripping off of it. Ah, we have guests from the Von Valencia ship, I would wager. Evie, my dear, you will have to wait. Do not faint, I beg you. It's important you feel everything, including your other eye. Oh my goodness. The warden's words are suddenly drowned out by a chorus of voices in your head. The entity that still dwells in the recesses of your mind rejoices in a cacophony of cries. This place, it holds great significance for the entity. In the frantic chanting of the voices, you can almost make out words that speak of an ancient grave, one that was opened for it contains a priceless treasure, a most coveted prize that was retrieved by the faithful after centuries of long searching. Such dreadful shades. Cassia recoils and covers her mouth. The colors of this place, they are putrid to the core, and these people, their colors are oozing with madness and despair, pain and doom. How do you know who I am? Lies have many faces, but there is only one truth, and it has been laid bare before me. I knew the enemy of the truth would come here sooner or later. Okay. You know, we had this guy once. He was a quiet one. One day he walked into the middle of deck bar, threw one back, and then pulled out a gun and started shooting people left and right without saying a word. Then he shoved the barrel in his mouth and blew out his brains. Our warden here has the exact same look in his eyes right now. Thanks, Adira. That was pleasant. Who's on the table? My sincerest apologies. Where are my manners? Please allow me to introduce to you Evian Winterscale, the young son of Caligos Winterscale in the flesh. You know, he was so close to witnessing the truth right before you interrupted our little chat. A fleeting glance at Winterscale's outstretched body is enough to turn your stomach. Torture. The very word makes you cringe in shameful horror. Your mind reels with the memories you have tried unsuccessfully to push to the back of your mind for all these years. How dare you, contemptible peasant! For every drop of noble blood you spill, you will pay 100-fold more. Cassia turns to you for support with the expression that is equal indignation and frightened. Abelard shakes his head somberly. That poor fool. I knew nothing good would come of his naive attempt to negotiate with heretics. However, Evan appears to be still alive. If we make haste, we might save him. Having the scion of House Winterscale in your debt would certainly be prove beneficial. You're damn right it would. The pit. There's something special about it. Is there not? An item of value was once buried there. Now tell me, Warden, what was the item and who took it from here? Who's Aurora? Step away from the hostage at once. What madness have you wrought in this prison? Why did you mutilate these people? Step away from the hostages at once. The warden sneers and glances at the maimed young man. Hostage? How rude! Young Winterscale is my guest and dearest friend. He came here himself to visit his old acquaintance, and have a heartfelt talk. And I am merely showing him some appropriate hospitality to commemorate our reunion. As if echoing his words, Evan lets out a weak moan. What madness have you wrought on this prison? I think we know what madness. That pit. There is something special about it, is there not? The warden gaze bores into you, then he smiles with the corners of his lips. You were too late, enemy of the truth. This bastion has already fulfilled its great purpose. You will never find the trail of the reclaimed relic that now rests in the hands of the devout. Who is Aurora? Oh, so you've managed to barge in here and interfere with the prophetess's designs without even knowing who she is, but it is too late now. You will never attain sight. All you can do is accept your fate. He suddenly I read that as strikes. I was like, he suddenly strikes a pose! He suddenly stirs like a predatory beast. I do not like it when people take the prophet's Aura's name in vain. I desire your death, enemy of the truth. Oh, shit. The warden raises his hand, and the main people start thrashing about in their death throes. Oh, shit. The time for the word has passed. Optimates, give your power to the harbinger of Aurora. Let our foes see the truth or become washed in blood.
Your
Well, we're gonna
existence is
fight.
naught but ashes.
Surrender to the dark powers!
Abelard, I require you to go forward. Cassia, please come here. Idra, you will stand next to me. Argenta. Argenta. Oh, I see. You can only... Okay, Cassia. You go there. Argenta, can you go here?
It highlights where they can start.
Yeah. So put you there. There you go. Okay. Alrighty. Begin this battle. Nice dodge, Abelard. Hey, JM83! It's lovely to see you in chat. How are you doing today? Oh my gosh, I'm being shot! So rude.
You don't frighten me.
Alright. Let's expose your
Anything
weakness.
is?
Alright, I'm going to dominate one of these guys back here
What, of course.
and force them to not shoot and walk towards me. And then we shall lightning bolt. Alright, Abelard, you'll get hit if I do that. Can I go back here? Let's go back here.
Be gone.
Alright, cool. We hit the warden, which is great. Let's analyze it.
On it.
For funsies. And as soon as this battle's over, that's when I'm going to go ahead and call it.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Brace yourself, Abelard! Hypes himself up.
I've suffered worse.
Abelard, it's fine. They're exactly where we want them. Directly next to you so that you can just swing at them.
Indeed.
Yes!
You a target.
Great job.
I will do my duty.
Alright, and then we're going
Victory is imminent.
to do that.
It will be done.
Brace for impact. Alright, everybody. Haha, you did nothing to me, pathetic fool. What's this do again? All creatures in a cone. Let's move her. Oh, I don't have good cone positions. So we're gonna do
Isn't
that.
this a job for the serfs? Try to die with grace, at least.
Alright, we died with... We had her kill that. Let's go ahead and have her give Abelard another turn so that he can then flee these
Indeed.
fools.
I took care of this one.
Beautiful. And yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Oop. Now, you serve me.
One step closer.
Alright. I will now give you
I will
a...
not stoop to this.
No, I cannot give you. Well, then I shall give
I need no
Idra
guidance.
actually another turn so that she can lightning bolt. Or Idira, sorry, yes. You know, actually, we'll do the shout because it's not as beneficial. We only got 2 people to really target. We're gonna shout so that we're not hitting our companions.
Anything else?
Cool. So now we can go ahead and shoot. Well, let's hope we don't
Ruin
hit
begins.
Abelard. Oh, we missed. We suck.
I reject the very idea. I will triumph.
And no one is actually Abelard. You're disturbed. Does this help you? Nope. Alright, Argenta.
Guided by faith.
Guided by faith. Alright. He should die.
Doubt is for the weak. Eradicated.
Perfect.
I'll
Perfect
do
job,
it.
Argenta. Let's go ahead and have you go
Rejoice in battle!
Rejoice in battle. Okay. And enter.
I am your doom!
High momentum.
Why do I keep hearing a Mechanicus voice?
Will do. Was that you? Or...
You know what? Let's have...
What is this foreboding?
Hopefully this won't hit Avalon. Oh yeah. Alright. Oh my god! Argenta! He's stabbing you. So very rude of him. Nice, well glad to hear it. I hope the fire gets wrapped up soon. Hopefully it's not too bad of one. Alright, Abelard, we want you to actually just... Do I want to move you? Or, you know, I think we're just going to have you keep swinging at this guy.
At your beck and call.
Oh my gosh, yes! Dude, he ran from us like a frackin' coward. Alright, Abelard, please run this way.
Victory is imminent.
And fucking hit him again.
For Von Valencius.
For Von Valencius. Alright, sir, you thought you could run away
At your
from me,
beck and call.
but you're fucking wrong.
Indeed.
So how dare you? Alright, excellent job, Abelard. Let's go ahead and cleave.
At your beck and call.
Excellent. Good job, lad. I approve. Alright, you
Me?
also hit him?
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Oh my god, you do such good damage. Holy moly.
Do not dare ask.
I can give it to Idra, though. Adira. Alright,
It's not even that weird of a name.
I know, it's just the double I throws me off. He's dodging. Let's get Argenta dodging.
Anything else? Not this Scryer's job.
Alright. I shall now shoot a man.
Purpose guides me.
I missed. Go me. She's overexerted. You're disturbed. Controlled shot going. Anybody need... Sorry, does he have overexerted? Nope. Nope, it does not.
I need no guidance.
Alright, Abelard. I can make you attack again.
Victory is imminent.
Yes! Stop teleporting away from me and healing yourself, you dick. He keeps running away from me because he's a goddamn heretical coward. That's not important right now. Let's go ahead.
Ruin beckons.
Alright, Argenta.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Next.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Benefit. I think there's a within range. Oh my gosh.
Will do. Very well.
Dead. Excellent. I will go ahead and give
Anything else?
Cassia some dodge bonus, because holy cow. Can I make him move towards me, maybe? Where is our friend? Come towards me, fool.
On it.
Alright, that's her.
Let's get to it.
Yes. Walk towards
This is just...
Oh my god, Cassia, please don't die.
Blessed
Cassia!
are those who sacrifice for the Imperium.
No, she's down. She's got broken ribs. Up. Okay. Let's have him move here,
Follow my lead.
and then we'll have him run. I think yes. Alright, Abelard, please.
At your beck and call.
I demand that you slaughter this fool.
Indeed.
How dare you parry me? Cannot believe it. Let's just go ahead and shoot him. Maybe I'll hit him this time. Oh my god, why do I suck?
One step closer. I will triumph.
Now let's hit him again. How many AP do I have? Just 2. Yeah, hit him again. Good job.
I will do my duty.
Hello, Marco. Welcome to the stream. All right, that's Abelard done. That's me done. Argenta.
Doubt is
Declare?
for the weak.
And then
As the Emperor commands.
I love her.
Faith
just, like,
without deeds is worthless.
beautiful laugh.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. I'll do it.
Oh my god, he is a dodge master. And or we just suck. Alright, let's do this little shouty.
But of course.
Holy cow. Okay, could you... Why? Well, I guess I'll...
Was that you? Or anything else?
I still want him to come this way. So can I not hit him with warp? I am mildly confused. Also, get this guard, hurry. Alright, we need to go deal with that guard.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Alright, Abelard. Please!
At your beck and call.
Oh my god. I cannot believe he parried you. Alright, we'll end that turn. I'm gonna come over here and start dealing with this guy. Because this fucker needs to stop. And I miss completely.
I need
Reload.
no guidance.
And I guess I will.
I won't waste my time on that.
Argenta is not a that, she is a sheep. Alright, Argenta, darling. Come here. Shoot.
Doubt is for the weak.
Holy cow. How
I'll do
bad
it.
am I? At aiming, apparently. Okay, Adira, I don't think you can hit him. I think
I
every
know
time
what needs
you
to
hit
come.
him, I feel like he disappears. So please kill this guy.
On it.
Thank you. Thank you for kind of killing that guy. Okay, we're also gonna make this person come towards us. Come towards you. Alright, dominate. Beautiful. Can you boost yourself?
I'm not so sure.
Yeah, you can. Okay, at least Abelard is as cool and can just keep parrying as well. Alright, do this. Do your big swing. Yes. Okay. Go here. And there we go. Now I command you.
Purpose guides me.
Purpose guides me.
I will triumph.
Go again. We'll make a big swing. That's right, Abelard. Recklessly swing into this man. Yes! So good. We're so good. Alright, now I shall shoot
One
this
step closer.
jackass. Alright, there we go. I actually hit him this time. Go me.
High momentum.
Good day, Ryan. Good day. How are you doing?
As the Emperor commands, I act. This is unacceptable. I will not. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Let's do it
As the
again.
Emperor commands, I act.
Excellent. What does this do? Soldier gains the ability to make a number of extra attacks equal to their weapon's rate of fire. Minimum 2 using the weapon attack. Normally costs at least 1 AP. Attack does not.
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
Okay.
I'll do it.
It's why I was chosen.
Yes. It is why you were chosen. Argenta. Oh. Do it again. Come on, girl. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes. Oh, we're so close. Holy shit, we're so close. Argenta, if you just had one more. I wish you had one more shot. Okay. No, I can't do it on her. Okay.
That is not my destiny.
I don't want it to be your destiny. Anyways, I want you... Can you not... Oh, can you please? Is he too far back? What is going on with you? Go up here.
Cover me.
Adira. Adira, I demand you shout at this man.
Anything else? Be gone.
Be gone! Alright. That's all I care about.
Hold on.
Yes! Abelard! I really think that every time Adira shouted at him, it, like, caused him to teleport and heal. I don't believe we've properly introduced. Okay, I thought I was misreading that, but no, that is an incorrectly said sentence. I don't believe we've been properly introduced.
He's a bit wounded.
He is. Blood is bubbling on the young man's lips and his voice is barely audible, but even now it remains melodious and quite courteous. Melodious. Sorry. Evienne Winterscale of Cronus. Greatly pleased to make your acquaintance. Sorry, excuse the blood. On the rare days that the Lord Winterscale visited Uric 5, the station was awash in the mist of warm hues. We are forbidden from meeting each other, but I was delighted still to see such rare colors in my home. Now, however, his colors are darkening, twisting from pain and bitterness. We must help the Lord Captain. We must save the clarity of his soul for those whose presence make the world a little brighter, deserve no less. Lady Cassia, I presume, the sacred child of House Orsilio. How disgraceful it is to... that on the day we finally meet, he looks away in shame, I find it myself not at my best. There is no disgrace in your predicament, Lord Winterscale, the Lord Captain. I met under similarly dreadful and tragic circumstances. Alright, conserve your strength, you are wounded and need help. Wounded, I would have phrased it altogether differently. Tortured and maimed, perhaps. Have you ever had your eyes burned out? This was my first time. I cannot say I recommend the procedure. It He is either trying to make light of a situation or growing delirious from the pain. Oh. What have they done to you? Ah, the warden, my friend. I tried to convince him to stop the riot. Diplomacy failed. Father hates diplomacy, which is why I had to try. I must take my leave. I will see that I will see to it that assistance is provided to you and you are escorted from here. He nods, giving into oblivion. Alright, cool. And I think with that, with us rescuing this poor broken man who apparently has had at least one of his eyes burned out. Because I feel like the dude mentioned that he didn't. Warden Castiglia mentioned that he only got to do one eye. But I think that's where we're gonna end it today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you very much enjoyed. I am now going to get ready to well, not quite soon, but I'm gonna have dinner and then I'm going to go head over and watch Arcane Season 2, whatever's available of it to watch on Netflix. I'm very excited to do that with friends, so I'll see you guys later. And until next time, I've been Angela. Have a lovely hobby night. Bye, everybody.